Bottom_falls_today is first to the stream. Some random is second to the stream. Say 4leg is third to the stream.
Day everyone, welcome back to the stream. How is everyone doing? Congratulations, Autumn, for getting first. That is very impressive. I'm glad that someone had to dethrone some Randev. Some Randev, you were just too fast, and I knew that if I started 1 minute early, then it would potentially throw you off.
And maybe it would give someone the chance to be able to be able to jump in. Welcome. Glad to see everybody here. Although some Randev, congratulations on getting second, absolutely fantastic. And Seelick, congratulations on getting third, not bad at all.
I'm so sorry you weren't ready. And I guess technically we could blame Pixel then. If Pixel Tanuki was the one that was distracting you, then we got someone else to blame, not me. It definitely was not me. Although I will say, I checked my camera before we started, and I looked fine. And now look at me, washed out. Completely washed out, but not washed up. And hopefully the microphone sounds better. I hope. Fingers crossed. I tried messing with it a little bit before the stream, and it sounded like it was going to be okay. Kind of messed with some of the volume levels for things, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But I thought that I'd figured out the lighting. Everything seemed fine. I actually moved one of my lights slightly further back so I wouldn't be so blown out, but I can't help it. Dazu!
Dazu just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for watching for so long to be able to redeem your name, which I believe is again. Let's come in here and double check really quickly. Here we go. Yes, oh my goodness. 8 times. But Dazu, it does not end there. It does not end there at 8. We are now going to 9, which means we are going to cut that, and we're going to come all the way up to just below some Randev. Just below some Randev. Not bad. Not bad at all. Dazu, thank you so much again for watching. That is 9 times you've redeemed your name, which means you have watched long enough to be able to have redeemed it 90,000 channel points to redeem 9 times. That is absolutely wild. So thank you. I do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Dazu, yo, stay away.
It's freaking art fight season, so it's also time for Moonwood looks at art.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can take a look at art. Yeah. Okay. The camera's gonna bug me though, so just give me 2 seconds. Okay, I need to come in here. I need to say properties. I need to come over here to configure video. And I just need to turn this down. I'm gonna go down to, let's go to 60. That seems fine. It is so frustrating because I can change the properties on my camera and I can apply them and they change. And then for some reason, when I turn off my computer and then turn it back on again, the settings all just get reset. I don't know why. I need to see if there's a better way in like OBS to adjust the camera, like the brightness and stuff. But oh well. It's a very particular setting in the actual camera settings itself that I have to adjust to like not make myself look too like flat. So I don't know. Anyway, absolutely fantastic stuff. So beautiful. Let's see here. You're losing your touch, sir. In the past/last time I waited for stream to start, I just hopped on this time and came here through search bar. Usually come from followed channels and saw it was live. Not bad. Yeah, I did start 1 minute early. I was like, you know what? Might as well. I was going to start a little bit earlier than that, but I ended up just taking way too much time doing other things. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to start as early as I was hoping, but still 1 minute early. Not too bad. You always look fine. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I know. Is that how you accept compliments? You're just like, I know. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it's been a while. Let's see. Wappa. Hello, Dazu. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I believe. I mean, I feel like we would have changed your name or fixed your name if this was not the case. You didn't want the 3 U's in your name, correct? You just wanted D-A-Z-Z-U. You didn't want D-A-Z-Z-U-U-U. Because we can change it still. We can change it if you'd like. I think I remember talking about that where you just wanted the 1 U. But if you want to change it, let me know. Axel says, hey, Moon, check community projects. Hello, Axel. Welcome. Glad to see you here. And that is right. I remember seeing the notification that you posted, and I have not had a chance to look. So we're going to take a look here on the stream. But I'm just going to get caught up on chat really quickly here. Strong start. Very strong start. I mean, I do what I can. I do what I can. You want to go... You want a good Dr. Pepper... Go Mickey D's. Mickey D's Dr. Pepper is pretty good. I will say it is pretty good. But I will also say this stuff looks very interesting. A little, I don't know how I feel about it. Cherry Crush Dr. Pepper and Cream Swirl. You know what? I would try both. I would try both of them if I was there. If I was you, I would have tried both. Cream Swirl looks kind of good. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree, Animator. Cream Swirl does look pretty good. Let's see here. Forgotten my phone's alarm at 10:25 for the past few weeks, but that changes today. It does change today. I believe in you. I believe in you. You're going to do it. Messing with what? Well, good luck with the what. I hope that the what goes well. Yell, stay away. Almost there. It's friggin' art fight season, so it's time to look at art. Selic, how's it going for you? I will mutiny. Don't worry, we're gonna definitely take a look at art. Let's see. What's up, sir? And a general, how was your day to everyone in all chats? I got this week's reward. Not bad, not bad. What reward is that? What reward did you get? No one wants that. Oh, more points to gamble. True, true. See, and it looks like Axel is on a 15 stream streak. Axel, thanks so much for streaming here in the stream for 15 streams in a row, plus the like 100 others that you streamed consecutively for, and for some reason it just lost your streak. I appreciate it, so thank you. Thanks so much for that, for streaking here in the stream. Remember, everybody, if you can streak here, make sure you're streaking the stream. I almost completely forgot all about all of that because I was so off of my regular cadence that I almost completely forgot to say all that. Yeah, it's just Dazu. Okay, cool. Loki says, evening. Good evening, Loki. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Loke been forgetting Moon streams more and more. Pretty shameful. Oh, Loki been forgetting. Get out of here, fly. Get out of here. Freaking flies. It's the worst part about summer. All the flies. They're the worst. They're the worst. I'm gonna have to check my local world market for those. I don't think I have a world market here in Utah. I got the cherry one, and it was very tasty. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Man, I was gone for the better part of a year. You're fine. Yeah, world market is hype. Seriously. I will end you, fly. Wherever you went. I don't know where it went. So help me if you go in my drinks. All right, we're good. We're good for now. It literally, oh my gosh. It literally went into my water. Why? Why, fly? Why? My water. My water has a fly in it now. Dang it. Oh, my water has a fly now. My water has a fly. I don't know if you can see it. Floating there on the top. Oh, maybe. Where'd he go? Yeah, he's floating there on the top. Like he's swimming. My water has a fly. I should not have said anything because I said something. I swear the fly could hear me, and as soon as I said, you better not go in my water, I guess don't go in my drink, and it went straight into my drink. It's because I said something, isn't it? You know what? Just because I'm feeling kind, I'm gonna go toss this water outside, and I'm gonna give this fly one more chance to live. Normally, I probably would have just like put something on it and just let him drown. I'm gonna go toss it outside. I'm gonna give him another chance to live. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna toss it outside, and we'll get back to things. Fly has been disposed of. Whew. Fly has been disposed. Okay, let's see. It's okay. Flies can't carry disease. I don't know if I trust it still.
Axel_Benedict jared 5 bits. Quick, he's phonied his code.
Please, I'm not a phony, and please don't eat my code. Just because I'm a phony, don't eat my code. I know you meant gone, but I'm just sad that the speech to text said it as or the text to speech put it as phony. Quick, he's phony. Eat his code. Absolutely tragic. Drink it, Moon. I'm not gonna drink it for the content. Nope. Not worth it. Not even if it like quadrupled my viewers, but it wouldn't even do that. Like, no one would know that I ate a fly. It would literally be you guys here would know that I drank a fly, and that's it. And there would be absolutely no reason for me to drink a fly. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The fly, 1986. I'm definitely not drinking a fly. Absolutely not doing that. I don't care. I don't care how many viewers or how much content it create. I will not. I'm not that kind of streamer. I will not be that kind of person. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And if I ever change and I start doing things like that, someone can, I don't know, smack me. I don't know. Smack me on stream. That'll be for the content. Drinks. How many drinks do you have right now? Well, I've got my Diet Coke, and then I had water to be healthy, you know. But I don't have that anymore, so I may have to walk away later in the night to go refill my water. OMG, Loki's on an 80 stream streak. Loki, that is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for streaking here in the stream. 80 streams in a row. That is absolutely wild, and I do appreciate it. Remember, everybody, if you're going to streak anywhere, make sure to streak like Loki here in the stream 80 times in a row. So thank you, Loki. I appreciate that. Thank you. Amount of confidence you need to handle a glass of water that way over your desk is impressive. Well, I felt like I had a pretty good seal on it. I will, though, I will not lie, though. If I had actually dropped that on my keyboard, that would have been extremely upsetting. Very upsetting. So I'm glad that I didn't drop anything. How has it not drowned already? No, it was just kind of waiting on the top of the water. So it was still moving. It was still doing things. So I'm assuming it's still alive out there, flying around. Probably going to be eaten eventually by some kind of spider or something. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll live a better life out there. Quickie's gone. He just cheers 5 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 5 bits, Axel. And of course, we got the munching. The munching's going on. All right, what's the fly? We got to see what happened with the fly. Now that I am past what was happening, I want to see what actually happened. What actually happened here with the fly? It is 57. You know, I'm not some Randev. You can cut down the clips. You know, if you drag the little sliders on the side, you can cut it down to just what you want to see. You know, you can do that, right? Okay, let's actually. This is gonna be a good test to see what I'm actually sounding like audio wise. So let's see what happens. It's hype. Seriously, yeah, World Market is hype. Seriously, that sounds a lot better. Way better than the last night. I will end Tuesday. Fly wherever you went. I don't know where it went. So help me if you go in my drinks. All right, we're good. We're good for now. It literally. Oh my gosh. It literally went into my water. Why? Why, fly? Why? The second I said it. The absolute second I said it, it literally lands on my cup and just crawls into my water. My water has a fly in it now. Dang it. Freaking fly. Oh, my water has a fly now. Blasted fly. My water has a fly. I don't know if you can see it. Floating there on the top. That blasted freaking fly. Where'd he go? Yeah, he's floating there on the top. Curse you, fly! Like, curse you, fly! Swimming. That freaking fly. My water has a fly. So I should not have said anything because I said something. I swear the fly could hear me, and as soon as I said, you better not go in my water, I guess don't go in my drink, and it went straight into my drink. Straight into the drink. Straight into the drink. Oh my goodness, now I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken. If I'd been a chicken before, I would have just eaten the fly. Because, you know, that's what chickens do, right? Let's see here. All right. Let's mute that. Let's turn that back on. For the content. Absolutely not for the content. Well, shucks. Guess you gotta drink the Coke now. I guess so. I like how I got a Diet Coke, and then I added cherry flavoring to it. So it's not as diet as it was before, but it's still kind of diet. Oh. Wait, it's not cherry. It's peach. I added peach to it. I will argue with anybody, just adding peach flavoring to basically any soda makes it just 10 times better. Literally, just get like that peach flavoring you can get at the like any grocery store. And try adding it to like anything. I have added it to root beer, Dr. Pepper, Coke, Sprite, and they all are just that much better because you add peach to it. So I'm just saying, if you like peach, add the peach flavoring to any soda, and it's gonna be better off. So yeah, just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Let's see. Cameron says, I'm slipping. Don't slip. Please don't slip. Pretty good seal. A very good seal. Absolutely beautiful seal. Right now, Moon, your choice of being slapped by while streaming are limited to Moon Mom and maybe me if I take a long plane flight. I guess that's true. Well, hopefully, I hope that Moon Mom does not come down here and slap me. That would be a little bit awkward. But I guess maybe for the content. And I'm not gonna lie. Autumn, if you just ever happen to show up and slap me, I feel like I couldn't even be upset about that. I would just be impressed. I would be impressed, I'm not gonna lie. Oh wait, actually, isn't someone in chat a friend of yours from work? Then I suppose, I mean, I guess that's, well, not anymore. They haven't watched this stream in months. Actually, it's probably been about a year now since they were watching. Tragic, absolutely tragic. Noah, Nico, I miss you guys. I mean, I still see them at work, but I miss them here on the stream. I'm sorry, the whole song required 1 minute. I was just teasing you. Some Randev. I heard him chat, go up and slap. What? You heard him chat, go up and slap. I mean, I guess that's true. I guess that's okay. New rule. If you see me, this is me giving you the permission to slap me, but you have to record it so that we can post it. I'm just, there we go. If you see me, you can slap me, but we have to record it. I won't lie, I don't remember who it was. Thought it was Loki for a bit for some reason. Oh, no. I do not know Loki. Although I will say, if I knew Loki in real life, I would consider myself happy. Because Loki seems like a very chill dude. So long as you don't ignore him. Then it gets a little scary. We have been given express permission to slap Moonman. It's true. And I give that permission with the understanding that I feel like I will never meet anyone who watches this in real life ever. So I guess if that ever changes, that could be very scary. So I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, this is for only anybody who is currently watching this live. If this gets clipped and shared later, it does not apply to any of you. Any of you watching this after the fact, you cannot come slap me.
Benedict cheered 5 bits. You do know Loki Earl, you just keep ignoring him.
I knew it. So anyway, yes, anybody here that is watching this live, you have the permission to slap me if you ever see me in real life, but you have to record it so we can post it for the content. There we go. That is my express permission. Let's see over on YouTube. Tilla says, hello, Tilla. Welcome. Glad to see you here. And peach is my favorite fruit. It is my favorite as well. I absolutely love peach. Peaches and pears, they're the best, the absolute best. Don't threaten me with a good time. Hashtag for the content. It's true. Hashtag for the content. Let's see here. And of course, thanks for the 5 bits. I do appreciate it. I'm watching live. Let the jury show I'm watching live. We all know. And Scoiled, hello, welcome. Scoiled, you would be one that if you somehow met me in real life and slapped me, that would be impressive. That would be very impressive. So you absolutely have my express permission for that. Okie dokie. Glad to know it, Animator. OMG, hi Moonwood, start recording.
Autumn_falls_today says, yeah, Loki is very low maintenance, barely ever sending any messages. Nice to see your ignorance of Loki has survived for over a year.
It's true. I don't know how, but it has. It definitely has. Yeah, now I feel like I'm gonna have to worry. If I ever see anyone walking up to me holding their phone, I guess I just better be ready for it, because I'm going to be like, well, this is someone who was watching. This was one of the 14 people that watched live and saw me say that they have the permission to slap me, so here we go. Ah, man. Can it be on your butt? Oh, that's a good point. Yes. The 2 options will be butt and face. I was going to say. I shouldn't say it. I was gonna say you can slap my cheeks. Take your pick. It can be either. It can be either. All right, everybody. Woo. This has been a great start to the stream. Absolute fantastic start. Forehand or backhand? Forehand or backhand? It's got to be forehand. I do not want to get a backhanded slap. That would just hurt. Let's see here. Why? Why should I? Don't worry, Skull. Don't worry. We were. How did this even come up? Now I don't remember how this came up. I'm giving people permission, anybody who's watching live, to be able to slap me. And now I can't remember why we were talking about this. Let the record show, but play is allowed. This is great content. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. LMFAO, you can slap either of my cheeks. Just take your pick. Just take your pick. What about both? Ooh. Only if it's at the same time. Only if it is at the same time. Love the record show. Some Randev getting a little freaky with it. 4? That would be impressive. We need a blushing moon man emote. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Will you perchance be going to TwitchCon? I have no intention of it as of now. Maybe at some point in the future, but as of right now, I have no intention of it. Peaches and plums for me. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Plums are also very good. I want soda now. See, here's the thing. I wasn't going to have a soda tonight. I told myself I wasn't going to. And then I had to do yard work after I got home from work, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to need a soda. I'm definitely going to need a soda. All right. Let's see here. So, let's go take a look. I believe it was... Wait. Was it Community Projects? Was that the one? Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Hey, look, it's my first game. I made this last night while drunk and dehydrated. That is the perfect time to make a game. I'm being told that the link doesn't work. I apologize. Wait, is it working now, though? Or did you post a new one? We're gonna try clicking and see what happens. Ooh. Axel Clicker is a game that fundamentally change your life in definitely negative ways. What's there to do? Click. What if I don't want to click? I don't know, do something else. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. All right, everybody, let's take a look at Axel's very first absolutely fantastic, incredible game. Here we go. Here we go. Made with Godot. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Now, I didn't know I was gonna have to make a choice. All right, what are we gonna do? 10 or 25? I guess we'll go 25. 10, 25. Oh, hey. Wait. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I don't... Oh, I'm spending points. I see. But I'm trying to figure out... What does it say? Can't even tell it's... 26 FE... Oh, small. I don't know what it says. I don't know what it says. It's so small. Whoa! We're going crazy. But I
Tom_falls_today says, what I'm hearing is that we have express permission to go to Moonman's house and slap him. Alright everyone, I know his address.
What? No.
It is Autumn_falls_today has been banned.
Exactly.
Axel_Benedict cheered 5 bits. They're supposed to be emojis and was also supposed to be music.
Oh, gotcha. They're supposed to be emojis. That's what's going on. Okay, that makes more sense. Well then, I'm going to zoom back out so that I'm not zoomed in so far. Okay. All right. So what I'm assuming then is I believe this one is the auto generating money, and then this is every time I click, it does more. I'm guessing. Yeah! Which I guess what I do is I pause that and I unmute this. Yeah, there we go. There it is. There it is. I was gonna say, I should definitely be able to play this on stream since I play it on stream all the time anyway. I can't imagine that I would get in trouble for playing it, right? You're not gonna copyright claim my video, are you? I hope not. Now here's the question. Is that you? Or where'd you get that sound? Either way, though, this is absolutely fantastic. I love that you were able to make this, like, beautifully done. I love the particle effects, too. That's super cool. I don't know why clicker games are so addictive, but they are. They absolutely are. I like it, though. I like it. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, Axel. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Oh, wait. I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna rate the game. We're gonna rate this a 5 out of 5. Need more buttons to make more number go brr. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, what? I'm not even following you yet. Follow. Now you're followed. Now you are followed. Yeah, fantastic. I love it. I love it. Wait, what do we got here? How to do it. Download the game. Open enjoy. Feeds 5 men. Pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive stuff right there. Feeds 5 fully grown men. That's not bad. That is not bad. I'm pretty sure Tomb of Vercilias is only going to probably feed about 4. So 5 is impressive though. That is very impressive. Cool. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. I do appreciate it. I'm very excited to see all the other projects here to be making. So fantastic. Let's see. The link doesn't work. I currently hold the high score, I believe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you hold the high score. I'm pretty sure you do. That is impressive. That is very impressive right there. Holy smokes. Woof. Not bad. Well, the game isn't balanced, so look at the high score, Axel. Don't take this away from me. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, you cannot take that away. You cannot take that away. Beautiful stuff. I love it. I love it. Let's see. What have I missed? We need to build blushing moon manual, perchance TwitchCon. Who is with me in my mutiny? I cannot wait for Moon to announce to be showing Tov at a booth. If I'm not gonna lie, I would be very happy to get to that point. I feel like it's still a little ways off, but it would be an absolute blast to be able to do something like that. 100%. Let's see here. Axel, LOL. Woo! I will be there no matter where it is in the country. Well, maybe I'll have to avoid it so I don't get slapped then. Peak game. No, the emojis don't show up. That's absolutely tragic. Is the music not playing? It definitely was playing. Yeah, that was my bad. I just had my system audio turned off. Let's see. Cookie clicker, Axel clicker. Yeah, it's the Axel clicker. It's the AC. What I'm hearing is a special permission to go to Moon's Madhouse and slap him. There's supposed to be emojis and there's also supposed to be music. I think he muted the browser for copyright jump scares. So I just have my my actual my system audio turned off just in case. Just in case. Let's see, strike! LMFA. Oh, no. That is Squidward saying, who from the episode? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Animator says, funny owl noise MP3 at 5:33 in the morning. I have the high score. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Animator. We got a sweating Dazu. And who did the art? That's true. I know that you have said who made the owl, and I can't remember. Who made the owl? See over on YouTube, Tillo says, I'm on Soda now. I saw that Riggy2K3 made physical versions of his game, and that is so cool. That is amazing. See, I want to follow in those same footsteps. I want to make some kind of physical media for Tomb of Vercilias. I know we've talked about potentially, because I wouldn't be able to fit the whole game onto a floppy disk, but just because, the audio is going to be too much. But I have thought about maybe, putting a whole bunch of, the game art onto a floppy disk and, selling that, maybe? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But I think that would be really cool. Tomb of Vercilias? Wait. What are we talking about? The owl is made by an artist named Xanath. We haven't talked for in a while. Loki says, who? Riggy2K3. Or are we talking about something else? IRC Fractal Design has been making cases with optical drive slots. Oh, nice. Tazin says, hello, Moonwood. I am new to RPG Maker MZ. Do you have any tips for beginners? Yes, actually, I do have many tips. I will just go over a couple because there are actually, legitimately a lot of tips that I do have. Tip number 1, I'm going to say, is start small. Do not open RPG Maker thinking, all right, let's go in and make my dream game. Don't even within the first few months of having RPG Maker saying, all right, let's I've figured things out. Let's go in and make my dream game. Start small. Just make some small projects. Just tell yourself, all right, I'm going to make a game that takes place in a single map or maybe a single building or a single town, something small, and then just fill that out. Learn, explore, and just click on everything. Because the thing is, especially if you're just doing a small project, you can't break anything, right? Click on everything, change everything.
Axel_Benedict cheered 5 bits. Anyway, I'd if you saw it, but that spun effect is from SpongeBob. It's Squidward saying who from the episode Shanghai, when he first climbs the flying duck.
Oh, the Flying Dutch. Oh, yeah. That is a good episode. I like that episode. Anyway, yeah, that would be my biggest advice is just start small and then just click on everything. Because there's nothing you can do that would ever break anything to the point where it either one, couldn't be recovered, or two, you can't just go in and be like, well, new project, right? So yeah, just because like, honestly, like you can just start clicking on things and just see what it does. And again, yeah, like, there's not going to be anything that will be a negative thing from like clicking on something, changing some parameters, and then hitting save and just seeing what happened. So yeah, those would be like the two biggest things that I would say. Yeah, start small is like the biggest thing. So I know there are a lot of people out there that like, the reason why they got RPG Maker is because they're like, well, I want to make my game and it says no programming required. So I'm just going to jump in. I'm just going to start making a game. But there's still a lot of things you do have to learn about RPG Maker. Like even though there's no coding required, there's still things you do have to still learn and understand. So, yeah. I've actually kind of thought about maybe doing some kind of either stream or a series where I just, like, I know this has been done before, so it's not going to be anything original, but it's literally just going to be like, so you bought RPG Maker, here you go, here's how you should start, kind of a thing. So, anyway, yeah. Hello, Tyson, and hello, Tillo. Over on Twitch, go big or go home, or be Moonman and claim you can make a pop-up book and then give up. That's true. Claim you can make something and give up. That is the best way to do game dev. 100% absolutely the best way. Let's see. All right, coding time. Get to... What? All right, coding time. Get to fighting Moonboy. I absolutely will. You said who made the owl... Okay. I see what you're talking about now. I get it now. I don't know why that went over my head, but it did. It did. I did ask who made the owl, and you're saying who. That makes way more sense. There could be a converter online for MIDI files or something. I don't know. There could be, but RPG Maker cannot read MIDI files, unfortunately. So RPG Maker MV. So MV specifically, you have to have MP4 and oh my gosh, what's the other one? I almost said GOG. That's a that's a game launcher. What is it? I swear it starts with a G. Why can I not remember what it's called? GitHub, Tomb of Vercilias, audio, background music. OGG, that's what it is, an OGG. So I was very close. It's not GOG, it's OGG, an OGG file. So it requires both, because I believe the MP4 plays if you are playing on a computer, and then the OGG file plays if you're playing in a browser, or maybe it's vice versa. One of those. But anyway, it's very annoying because you have to double up on your music, and it is super frustrating because then it literally doubles the size of your music folder because you have to have one of each file in there. I guess you could technically split them up and be like, okay, well, I'm making this specifically for PC, so I'm just doing the MP4s, and I'm making this one specifically for the browser, so I can just do the OGG. You might be able to do that, so I might be able to make it slightly smaller, but each song, it does have to be one of those files. It cannot be MIDI, it can't be MP3s, it can't be any of those. So they are somewhat larger file sizes, so the songs are probably going to be anywhere from like 3 to 4 megabytes each. And there's potentially going to be a dozen or so songs, maybe even more, depending on how big the game gets. So it's definitely going to be too large to fit on a floppy disk. But I do want to make some kind of physical media to be able to release, maybe for like some kind of, I don't know, special edition for an extra few bucks or something like that. I don't know, it's just a fun thing, potentially. Go big or go home, or be like Moonman and claim to make a pop-up game. I don't know if you saw it. The sound effect is the who. I did see that. Click the delete button. Okay, that's true. If you did click the delete button, I guess that would technically be something that you couldn't undo. But you could just create a new project, so there is that. DripAdvisor says, Ayo! Hello, DripAdvisor. Welcome. Glad to see you here. I think you can make an actual project as your first game, but I agree it should be small so you don't get burnt out. Exactly, yeah. And the other thing, too, is that when you jump into RPG Maker, even though, like I said before, there is no programming required, there are still things you have to learn and understand about the engine, how it works, what you can actually do and what you can't do. And so if you jump in making your dream game and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, I want to do this and this and this, and you start getting into the engine, you're like, oh, I can't actually do that. Or you start making something and you're like, oh, wait, I can do that? That's crazy. And then it's potentially going to change things about like previous development you had done because you're like, oh, well, if I did it this way, this would be a lot easier. I can make it a lot better. So just kind of figuring out how it works before you start on like your dream game or a bigger project is highly recommended. RPG Maker, well, you have to code, actually. MV is on sale. That's true, MV is on sale. I believe MZ should be on sale as well. So if you want to get RPG Maker, now's the time to do it during the summer sale. I bought it the other day. Not bad, not bad. That would be amazing, low-key. I just got MV because Axel told me, and I have no idea how it works. Yeah, I should probably do that. Because it would definitely be like a low-effort, no editing kind of a thing where I just jump in, I just start recording myself, and I'm like, here's how you do this thing. Here's how you show a message. Here's how you change variables. Here's how you change switches. Here's how you tint the screen. Here's how you shake the screen. Here's how you adjust party members. Here's how you change, I don't know, X, Y, or Z, whatever it may be. Here's how you create a map. Here's how you create encounters, all that fun stuff. So, I don't know. Gary's mod. Oh, I love Gary's mod. Never heard of MP4, surprisingly. It's an all right file type. I'll make a floppy disk that just launches the Steam app. Just a shortcut of Steam. That'd be kind of funny. I know mainly of OGG, MP3, and Wave. Yeah, and FLAC. The best pieces of advice I got is to take a lot of notes before doing anything. True. Yes, write down what you want to do is going to be a great way to get started as well. Let's see. I made a reaction of RPG Maker in my custom game engine. The demo has a small RPG containing a full continent, 2 villages, and 1 city and 2 dungeons. That is impressive. I like that. Learning how to write good dialogue is extremely hard. True. Yeah, that is another thing. Is like you kind of have to also just know how, like, you have to understand how people would talk, right? Because if you're writing dialogue, you need to feel like people are talking. You'll see that a lot in older RPGs from, like, you know, the 80s and the 90s, where it's just like some of the dialogue you're like, this was written by like a professional. What? Like, so the standard is a little bit higher nowadays. You can still get away with it depending on the type of game you're making, but it is good to know how to write good dialogue as well. OGG Vorbis format. Yes, exactly. That's the one. See ya. Hello and what? Hello. If you get a composer who can use tracker software, the music can be crunched down to almost nothing. That would be impressive. XM files are just a few kilobytes each. That would be really cool, actually. 6 people watching, but the stream only has 2 likes. That's true. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure to like the video or the live stream. I would appreciate it very much so. Come on, guys. Yeah, come on, guys. Tillo, you tell him, Tillo. All right, let's go take a look at art, and then we're going to get started on, the actual game dev stuff. It's going to be a good time. All right, here we go. So I believe, oh my gosh, what else have I missed? Okay, so we did look at this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Atari 2600 demo used a 1 scanline kernel, which was uncommon, but a handful of games did actually update their graphics that frequently. That's crazy. Oh my goodness! This is looking so good. Damn, this is looking amazing. I like this. I really like it. The color palette just looks so clean too. Like that is just some crisp, clean pixel art right there. I like that. Very much so. Oh my goodness. I need to keep up to date on the art channel more often. 'Cause look at that. What was that, June 23rd? Oh my gosh. I've missed it for like a week and a half. Ugh. Excuse me. Yeah, that is super cool. I really like that. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's see, we got from Ink. Ooh, what do we got here, Ink? Ooh, beautiful stuff. I like that. That is an absolutely fantastic dress. Love the transparency in the veil as well. Yeah, that's beautiful. Very nicely done. I like it. So we got Bobby next. See it. I see the resemblance. Look at him. I like it, Bobby. Beautiful stuff. So we got a work in progress from Ink. Ooh. I'd say that's it. Work in progress is coming along very nicely. I like it. I like the claws too. Oh, I really like how the, I'm not quite sure what I would call that, but I like how that kind of like wraps around the tail as well. That is super cool. Let's see here. Cameron says, at Moonwood Games, it's art fight season. Art fight season going on. Ooh, look at all the intricate detail with the feathers. Oh my gosh. There's so many feathers on that guy. And I can't quite tell what this is, but I really like it. It is super cool looking. Although I will say, the feet kind of creep me out. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's like the color or just like the way that it looks like the feet are feathers to me. And it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why. It's probably just because I'm weird. I mean, I know that I'm weird. But it still looks absolutely fantastic. Oh, oh. Nice, nice. That looks really good. Now, are these supposed to be like flowers or some kind of foliage in the hair? Or is it part of the hair? This is the character Cheese and Threads, Moots Bird, Spirit, Kara. Nice. This is Evie. Oh, it's stuff you're posting to Artfight. Okay, okay. Oh, I have to log in? What? Well, I do not have a login for that, unfortunately. And here's Kara's AF character sheet as well. Yeah, unfortunately, I will not be able to look at those because I do not have an account, and I am not going to make one right now. But I do appreciate you sharing, so thank you, thank you. Yeah, beautiful stuff, beautiful. All right, everybody, we're gonna do some stuff now, shall we? I think we shall do some stuff. MZ is $32 USD. If you already own MV is 16 USD. That's not bad. That is not bad. Loki, what do we got? What is this YouTube link? Open link. Get out of here, ads. Nobody cares about you. YouTube shopping. Floppy disks. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Floppy disks have become obsolete. Do not do that to the floppy disk. Do not do that to the floppy disk. I feel like I'm gonna have to watch this though. I don't know what's gonna happen. Launching modern video games off of a floppy disk has turned into a surprisingly fun project. Now nearly my entire Steam library can run directly from my collection of old floppies. Yep, I'm watching that later. Holy smokes, that is cool. I like that. That is super awesome. That is really cool. I still got the song in Creative Corner. It is also a work in progress. That's right. Oh my gosh. We're gonna give that a listen to. And let's see what's going on here. So we're just gonna pause this really quickly and we're gonna turn this on. And we're gonna see what's going on. Let us see what's going on here. Ooh. That is a wavy, beachy vibe right there. I like it. I like it. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful right there. Yeah, fantastic stuff. I'm very sorry that it took me so long to actually listen to it. But we got there. We got there. Don't even worry about it. What the? I have to take a look at this one too. Yep, I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at this one. I'm gonna leave that one open. Yeah, this is super good though. I like this. Very nicely done. That is fantastic. I'm very excited to hear the rest of the version because I know you say it is also a work in progress. So I'm very excited to see the rest to hear the rest of that one. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And I'm sorry that it took me so long, but I did pull it up. It just took a while. See, Tyson said, you're the only streamer that keeps updates on RPG Maker since I tried to find tutorials, but it's like 1 year and 6 years old, etc. Yeah, there's not a whole, I mean, like, there are still content creators that do RPG Maker. Like, don't get me wrong, it is still a thing. Tutorials, yeah, they definitely have gotten a little bit older. Some of them are pretty out of date. I mean, for the most part, most of them will still work, and they're going to cover information that's going to be pretty relevant. But I think it is. I think it is time for a new RPG Maker series. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it is. Still says, run the MC. Wait. Run the MC has good tips and tricks on his channel. I don't think I don't know who that is. But I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, absolutely. I always enjoy watching and seeing what other people are doing with RPG Maker and like their tutorials and stuff like that. All right, everybody. Is it time? I think it's time to jump in here and do some actual game dev stuff. So, if you were here on the last stream, we were working on trying to get some JavaScript working, and JavaScript was just not working very well for us. My brain was tired, I could not focus, and I was not able to get it working. So, yeah, so we kind of stepped away. But I did have some time since the last stream, and I have finally updated the JavaScript, so it is now actually finally working, and it is good times here. So, I did get it all updated, and it is working. So if we come over here and we pull up VS Code, we're just gonna come over here and we're gonna do new, paste that there. Okay, so this is what we have now so far. So it's basically exactly how, okay, it is slightly different than the code that we had before, but it is working now, which is what actually matters. So basically, if you were watching, if you were interested at all on the last stream, I'm just going to kind of go over quickly how this was going. I know that Jerry's not here yet, so I'm sure that Jerry will come back and be like, wait, what happened? How did you get it working? Yeah, so basically all we're doing is we're saying set variable 50, which is the player's health, like their current health, to equal current health plus...
Today says, I don't want to distract just as we started, but heads or tails, 3.
That's right. I've completely forgot heads or tails. Yes, let us get that started here. Manage predictions. We're going to start the prediction. What the?
Shkoka just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Well. If it isn't Jerry, what the?
Thank you, Bobby3453, for maintaining the Moonwood Alliance for 3 months.
Bobby, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I do appreciate the sub, and yeah, congratulations on the 3 months. That is absolutely wild. Let's see. I've started the prediction. Sorry, for a second I thought my screen wasn't showing anything because it was so dark. I started the prediction, so you should be able to get your guesses in if you think it's going to be heads or tails on the coin flip. So yeah, so get in there and make your predictions. Let's see here. What the?
Thank you at Vinrox for gifting 1 membership to the Moonwood Alliance.
I need to fix that thing. I don't know why it's doing that. It is very bizarre. Congratulations, Vinrox, on getting the gifted sub. I don't know why it says that you gifted the sub, but Tillo, thank you so much for gifting the membership over on YouTube. I do appreciate it, Tillo. Thank you very much. You definitely did not have to do that, but I do appreciate you doing that. So thank you so much, and thank you for spreading the love of the memberships to other people who are watching. So thank you so much, Tillo. You are absolutely fantastic. Thank you for maintaining the Moonwood Alliance over on YouTube. Oh my goodness.
Welcome Travis Vroman and your 49 amazing audience members.
Travis, thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. How did your stream go? Hopefully things went well for you. And if you have anything you want to share, would absolutely love to hear what you were getting up to on your stream. And I'm going to give you a shout out here really quickly. Hold up, if I can type. Oh my gosh, if I can type. There we go. Everybody, if you are not already following Travis, make sure to go over there, give Travis a follow. I do appreciate it. So thank you. And also welcome. Glad to see you here. But yeah, I hope you had an absolutely fantastic stream. If you got anything to share, anything at all, would absolutely love to hear about it. And yeah, also just as a really quick note, if you need to raid and run, completely understandable. I know that after a long stream, so you got things to do, right? You gotta go eat, drink some stuff, use the bathroom, sleep, maybe, whatever it may be. So if you gotta raid and run, no worries at all, but I do appreciate it. So thank you. To everybody who is new here, welcome, first of all. Welcome, glad to see you here. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic watching Travis's stream, and hopefully this will be an absolutely fantastic stream to pick back up on, because we are doing game dev stuff here, and yeah, hopefully that'll be entertaining to watch. So, yeah, good times. Let's see here. Just making sure we get caught up here. Let's see. Bobby says Moonwood. Welcome, Bobby. Welcome. Glad to see you here. And let's see. Jerry is now with the name in the credits. So let's come over here. We got to make sure we get your name in the credits. Hold up. That is the wrong tab. That's the tab we want. Now, Jerry, here's the question for you. Because I'm pretty sure this is your first time being. Yeah. Wait. Why does it say there is Jerry? Oh, it's probably on one of the cards behind this. Well then, Jerry, I am like 99% sure. Yeah, you are not in here yet. So, Jerry, let me know what you would like your name to be here in the credits, and I will make that happen. But for now, I'm just gonna throw in here Jerry, and if you would like a different name, whether it's a username or whatever it may be, let me know and I will change the name in here. But thank you so much for watching for long enough to be able to redeem that. That is 10,000 channel points, which is absolutely fantastic. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see here, just getting caught up on chat. When was the golden age of RPG Maker community? Like forums and such, I remember 2015 as peak, but I don't know English very well back in the day. Yes, so I would say probably peak RPG Maker, like as far as the community goes, yeah, probably anywhere between like 2012 to like 2016, 2017. I would say was probably about peak. And then it kind of has like gone down a bit since then, unfortunately. It is still relatively active, but not quite what it was in like the mid 2000s in terms of like online activity, you know? Let's see. And then we got Jerry. And Coconut Music says, play Deluge. I do need to play Deluge. Also, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully I've had an absolutely fantastic week so far. I've been here the whole time. Oh, that's my bad, Jerry. That's my bad. Let's see here. And then the absolutely fantastic raid from Travis. So much is happening. Yo, hi, Raiders. Raiders, welcome. Let's see. Autumn, there is a girl that works at a shop named Winter. That's kind of fun. Now we just need summer and fall. Or spring. I know my seasons. I used to know summer. I don't think I've ever known a summer. I have known a September, though. I knew a girl named September. That was interesting. Raiders, you're just in time. We're gambling. That is true. We are going to be doing some gambling here in just a little bit, which it looks like, is that... No, we still got 20 seconds on the clock. So if you want, you should have some channel points from the raid, I'm pretty sure. So if you wanted to, you've got 10 more seconds to make a prediction if you think the heads or tails coin flip is going to be heads or tails, and then you'll be able to win or lose points, depending on what it is. So make sure to get in there. Make sure to get in there and do that. Trevor says, howdy, was just designing a new movement system or trying to. That is fair. Yeah. Well, that is absolutely fantastic. I love it. What the?
Into a chicken.
Hello, I'm a chicken. Bok. Now I just need to find spring. That's true. Just got to find some spring. And Travis says, definitely need sleep. No, that is totally fair, totally valid, Travis. I do appreciate the raid, so thank you. Imagine it would take some creative liberties and finesse to make an entry for the Minecraft-like jam with RPG Maker. It'd be an interesting challenge. Yeah, we were kind of thinking about it on the last stream, and I just, like, the more that I thought about it, the more I was like, I don't know if this would necessarily be a Minecraft-like game. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably not. Hashtag giveaway. Oh, true. We do need to highlight the giveaway. So, actually, this is for everybody who is new here, and I guess anybody who has been here previously. If you are new here, though, we have a Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord, it's full of absolutely fantastic people. Oh my goodness, I'm Mood-chan. Hello, everybody. I am Mood-chan. Yeah, it's full of some absolutely fantastic people. We talk game dev and all sorts of other creative projects, music, video creation, art, anything and everything in between. Would absolutely love to see you here if you feel like joining. If not, that is totally understandable. No worries at all. But for anybody who is interested in joining, for anybody who is a part of the server, we do have a channel down here called the Game Key Giveaways, where every Sunday we give away a free Steam key. Now, it's not any Steam key. It is from a list of about 650-ish keys that have all been donated by our absolutely fantastic Loki Trickster here. So everybody, let's give an 07 to Loki in the chat. But yeah, so it is a list of about 650 Steam games. And so yeah, so all you have to do is just react to this post. Just add a reaction. It can be any reaction you would like. Just add a reaction, and then you'll be entered into a prize wheel to have your name drawn. And if your name gets selected, you'll then get a message to be able to then go through the list of Steam games, and you'll be able to select one of those Steam games. So if you're interested in that, make sure to join the Discord and then come over here and go to the Game Key Giveaways, and make sure to add a reaction to this post before the Sunday stream. So it's because, yeah, the Sunday stream is when we actually do the giveaway, so you just have to make sure you've added a reaction before that day. So yeah, beautiful stuff. Hashtag wishlist. That is true. If you would also like to wishlist the game we're working on called Tomb of Vercilias, it is on Steam, and there is going to be a demo coming out in the near future. So if you'd be interested, make sure you go wishlist, and I will be highlighting the game and what we're working on here in just a few minutes. But yeah, so that way you can kind of see what's going on here, see what the game kind of looks like, and you can kind of determine if you would like to wishlist it or not. So anyway. Let's see here. Dream Advisor says, oof, got bread in my throat, then chugged water, and it got out and choked on the water. I'm fine, though. This has happened before. This is super scary and jarring when it does that. Dream Advisor, that is very terrifying. I'm glad that you're okay, but holy smokes, that is terrifying. You gotta chew before you swallow. That is not good. That's a vexing trip. Very. Let's see. Travis says, have a good stream. I appreciate that. Thank you. I do appreciate, again, the raid, and I appreciate the well wishes. Thank you, Travis. I do appreciate it. Isaiah Nerd, hello. Glad to see you here. See, Zeitgeist still says RPG Maker is not made for games like Minecraft. True. It is not really made for games like Minecraft. Not even close. This is really cute. I don't remember seeing Moo-chan before. Yeah, Moo-chan. So I'm trying to remember. We originally named Moo-chan Tutor-chan, and then I realized that it was designed to be the OG Moonwood when I was blue instead of the purple. And then I was like, well, what if we do Moodwood? And so now it's Mood-chan. Anyway, very, very interesting backstory, but it was good times. Oh my goodness. Now I'm a chicken. Now I'm a chicken again. Bok, 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 bok. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Demo coming out Q4 2097. Probably something like that. Probably something like that. All right, let's see here. Oh, wait. Wait. Run the MC. Okay, so we were meaning Run the Minecraft has some good tips and tricks. I'm not sure if that's what you were meaning. Anyway, and then Tillo, again, I do appreciate the gifted membership, so thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. That's one Jerry as a producer and one Jerry as the other thing. Very nice, Jerry. Very nice. Absolutely fantastic. MV always looks uncanny as a MZ user. Yeah, MV, it does look a little bit uncanny, especially if you're used to MZ. I knew a girl whose name was Dolphin. That's rough. That is just rough. That's like your parents don't really care. I feel like that's just sad. That is just sad. Anyway, well, now that the prediction is over, let's jump in here. We're gonna do the coin flip so that we can then get into the game dev stuff. So let's pull this up. We're gonna do the coin flip really quickly, and then we're gonna jump over and we're gonna do some game dev stuff. So until that time, here we go, and we're gonna jump in and we're gonna do a little bit of heads or tails. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are going to be doing some heads or tails, everybody. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So, if you're new here, and if you are participating, I'm just going to explain really quickly. This is not like a best 2 out of 3 or anything like that. Best 3 out of 5. But this is going to be a tug of war to see whoever gets a lead of 3 first. So it's basically, we will go until one of these, either heads or tails, has a 3-point lead over the other one. So, here we go. Without further ado, let us flip the coin. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Here we go. We got our, all right. Heads is first. Not bad, but who knows? It could go either way. As you can see there, we got ourselves a tails. I am struggling talking. All right, we got 2 tails. Is tails going to take it with just that little bit of hope from heads? Who knows? Oh, okay, all right. Heads is taking it back. Not bad. We got a tails. Right there. Okay, all right. It's going to be tails, or heads going to take it again. Oh, heads is taking it back. Heads is taking the tug of war back. Not bad. Okay, tails again. We're just going a little bit of back and forth. Oh my gosh. I don't know how sports announcers make it seem so exciting, because I'm just like, the same thing happens again and again and again, and I'm just like, okay, I feel like I would be the exact same way if I was like, trying to talk about soccer. I'd be like, okay, he's got the ball, now he's going, oh, now the other team has the ball, now they're going back, oh, and then the other team just got the ball, now they're going the other direction, oh, goal! See, that's what you live. It's what you live for as a sports broadcaster for soccer, aka football. Is you wait for the goal, and then it's very exciting, and you get to shout out goal, and it's a good time. So anyway, absolutely fantastic times. Good job, Tails. If you've ever voted for Tails, absolutely fantastic stuff. It only took 12 tries. Not bad at all. Beautiful stuff. I'm glad for anybody who participated. Very sorry if you voted for heads, but do not worry. Do not change. Just because it didn't pan out this time doesn't mean that on the next time it's not going to pan out in your favor. So it's going to happen. Again, though, tails, absolutely fantastic stuff. Very nicely done. And everybody, this has been Heads or Tails. As you know, this has been Heads or Tails. Don't get it confused, because that would be kind of embarrassing if you did. It's literally the one segment we have, so if you got it confused, then that's just rough. That is just rough. Anyway, here we go. Madden's prediction. We're going to choose an outcome. Oh my goodness, it looks like the majority of points we're going towards Tails. Very nice stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Tails complete the prediction. It looks like there's going to be 4,869 channel points that are going towards to be split among the 4 of you who voted for Tails. Very nicely done. Fantastic stuff. Love it. Oh, let's see. I'm okay with the it's done when it's done philosophy, but please let it be in 2026. Don't worry, that the demo will definitely be out in 2026. If it is not, like if it is December 31st at 11 p.m. and the demo is still not out, I will literally just be like, okay, what do we have? I'm compiling this build and I'm putting it out there. That will be what I do. But that's not what I'm going to do, because it is going to be done before then. And now we're into the stream and we just now have to start dev stuff. What happened? I mean, we've been chatting, we've been hanging out, it's been a good time. Moonman, I'm gonna make a command to be used that clarifies what heads or tails is, so you don't have to do it every time. That would be kind of nice. That would be a good time. I like that. And Quasi says, yay. Beautiful stuff. I haven't lost yet. That's true. Wait, did you vote for tails? Well, look at that. You didn't lose at all. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Bobby, I am very sad that you voted for heads and lost. Make one for the Tomb of Vercilias spiel. I lost yet. That's true, you did lose yet. Well, no one could ever truly replace the Tomb of Vercilias spiel. Yeah, because it's just not possible. It's just not possible to replace it. Speaking of which, for anybody who is new here, we're gonna go into the spiel.
Falls_today says, if the demo does not release in 2026, I will slap Moonman.
That is another bit of permission I will give. If the demo is not released before the end of 2026, I give everybody who is currently watching now, all 43 of you over on Twitch and all 9 of you over on YouTube, you can slap me if by the end of this year I have not released the demo yet. 100% absolute guarantee you can slap me. Just make sure you record it for the content. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, speaking of the spiel, let's go into the spiel for everybody who's new here. We're gonna make it a really fast one though, so we can jump into the game dev stuff. So, we're making a game here called Tomb of Vercilias. It is a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG, called Tomb of Vercilias, where basically you are a bounty hunting adventurer delving into the depths of a tomb known as the Tomb of Vercilias to go and find, well, Vercilias. So Vercilias used to be the right-hand mage of the king until he started dabbling into like dark magics. The king discovered that he was doing that, and so he was not a fan of that, and so he ordered for Vercilias to be arrested. But when he found that out, he did not want to be arrested, so Vercilias put a curse on his wizard's tower to make it so it was like shifting and changing all the time to keep people from, being able to ever make their way to him. It was an unnavigable labyrinth, you might say. Which worked beautifully because no one was ever able to find their way to him. But people also never ever saw Vercilias come out of his tomb or out of his tower, and so everyone's like, well, he probably is just dead in there because it's been weeks or months or years. Who knows? I'm not exactly sure on the timeline yet. But anyway, yeah. So he's been in there. Everyone's just like, yeah, he's probably dead. So everyone's just like, yeah, it's just the Tomb of Vercilias now because he's dead. It's his tomb. The king's like, no. Until I actually see him either dead or alive with my own eyes, I'm going to assume he's in there still gaining power and getting stronger to eventually come out and probably kill me. So he has put out bounty on Vercilias' head and is just like, hey, if anyone can brave the tower and bring him out dead or alive, then you will, I'll give you a lot of money. So you are one of many, many adventurers who is jumping in there with the hope and promise of unlimited wealth to be able to just live out your life in luxury. Anyway, that is the rough idea. So that's like the rough storyline. And yeah, so basically, like I said, it is a roguelike, and so you're not expected to be able to just play through it on one playthrough and win. Technically, you could if you get lucky enough, but you are expected to die, and you are expected to have to like run again and again and again and again. So there is this perk card system that will hopefully kind of mix up your runs just a little bit. So they are going to have different buffs and debuffs to kind of mix things up. So like say, for example, with this with Jerry's Radiant Ruby, your Pyro Gemstone damage will be increased by 25%, but your Geo Gemstone damage is reduced by 10%. Or this Coin of Axiomyth. It will make it so if you ever get a blackjack, so if you get blackjacks, that works as like a critical strike essentially, so it doubles your damage for that one turn. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention, at least I think I forgot to mention, the combat in the game is based off of blackjack. So you're playing blackjack to fight and kill the monsters. So in blackjack, if you ever get an actual blackjack, so it is a 21 on your first 2 cards, you will do double damage. But with this Coin of Axiomyth, basically what happens, basically what happens is you will flip this coin. Excuse me. You'll flip this coin, and if it lands on heads, your blackjack then doubles again. But if you land on tails, then your blackjack does 0x damage, which means your blackjack basically does nothing. Or this Mathra's Ailsoak Gauntlets, which makes it so your blackjacks do 3x damage, but you have a 2% chance of drawing 2 cards when wanting to only draw 1. So some of these you'll be able to kind of find a good synergy with to be able to hopefully like make really good again, synergies with the perk cards. So like say, for example, with this one, where it's the blackjacks will do 3x damage, then you can also get the Coin of Axiomyth, which makes it so if you land on heads, your blackjacks do 2x damage again, and so it multiplies that multiplier. So if you're already doing 2x as a blackjack, and then you have the Ailsoak Gauntlets, which makes you do 3x, and then if you get this again, that is now doing 6x damage because it is doubling your 3x damage. kind of crazy stuff once you start getting into it. So anyway, so kind of the idea is just kind of like get a good synergy with these perk cards. But anyway, so you pick one perk card and then you get sent into the tomb, which is a very like, again, it's supposed to be like a retro style and feel. So it's kind of like the if you imagine like DOS games from like the 80s and stuff like that. It's like a first person perspective, but it's not like you're not moving around freely. It's like you don't have like free look or anything like that. You're just choosing which direction you're going. You're going forward, left, right, back, that kind of a thing. And then as you're going along, it just kind of goes from room to room. You'll be collecting items, fighting monsters, disarming traps, all that fun stuff, and just slowly but surely getting further and further into the tomb. And every time you go from one floor to the next, you'll be able to pick a new perk card to kind of mix things up a little bit more. It is also randomly generated dungeon layouts, so the layouts are different every time. The item placements, the monsters, to hopefully increase the replay value. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of the rough idea that we're going with. So there's a whole bunch of custom systems we've built out. It's definitely taken much longer than I was anticipating, just because of all the custom systems that have been built into it. Yeah, good times indeed. Let's see, time to grab a snack. This will take 10 minutes. Exclamation mark Tov. Swear I made this a while ago. Oh, exclamation mark info. Welcome to Moon Games. We're a super welcoming community centered around the Moon Man himself, Kevin. Currently, he's working on Tomb of Vercilias in the 80s, and he has inspired the dungeon crawler with a blackjack-based combat system based in the RPG Maker engine. While the majority of the coding is done by Moonman, the community actively contributes ideas, artwork, and music. Absolutely 100% correct. Hashtag where is Vercilias? I don't know. You'll just have to find him. You will have to find him, Cocodale. You will have to find him. I need to update these, maybe just a little bit. That's actually a badass story. I appreciate that, Jerk Advisor. Yeah. I'm trying to go for like simple, but also something that's like engaging enough to hopefully make people want to play further and further into it. So, and do not worry, I have, that's just like the backstory. I've got some ideas and twists and turns for in the game that hopefully will be fun and exciting. I hope. Let's see here. Okay, so anyway, that is the game. So let me go over the code though. So if you remember from last stream, we were writing some code and we were running into all sorts of issues. But I did finally fix it and we've got it going. So basically, here's what's going on. So we're basically just saying, what the?
Charles have just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Y'all just don't want me to do any work, do you? Absolutely fantastic, Charles. Congratulations on getting your name in here again, which is absolutely fantastic, which I believe, let me just check here real quickly. You are now at a 10x. Oh, that is tragic for a very, very, very certain individual. You have now moved up 2 more slots, beating out some Randev with your new 10. Not bad at all. You are technically tied, but whoever gets it, the most recent, is the one that I put on top. So beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Charles, I appreciate you watching for so long to be able to redeem that 10 times. That is 100,000 channel points, which is absolutely wild. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And congratulations on now being number 4 in the spots. Someone says, wait, what? For some reason, I didn't get my points yet. I voted for Tails. Never mind, it just didn't update. Okay, gotcha. I was like, well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Especially because, like, once I complete the prediction, the points should just go out automatically. So if they never show up, I'm not quite sure what I would do there, because I don't know how to do anything like that on my own. So I don't know. Anyway, here's what the code's doing. So we're saying set the player's health to equals player's health, right? And then we're saying just round up. I'm keeping this very simple. So I'm just saying round up. And then essentially we just need to take the player's max HP plus the max HP times variable 661, 661, which is the modifier, the perk modifier for the player's health. So yeah, so we're saying, yeah, take the max health plus max health times that modifier times variable 686, which is the amount of healing or damage that the opening of the chests will do. So that is the JavaScript we've got there. I literally just had to just go in and rewrite it, and then it was totally fine. So again, it was mostly just because my brain was so tired at the end of last stream that I was just like, I cannot even comprehend. So this is what the old code looked like, and it was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's get rid of it and just replace it with that, because that is all we need. I realize I'm like, I don't think I need to actually round down if it is a negative, which I could pretty easily come in here and change it honestly, like literally all we'd have to do, so that's variable 686, we literally just have to say if game variables dot value. Oh my god, my keyboard is very much so off. I need to fix that. Okay, yeah, so game variables dot value 686 is greater than or equal to 0, which means it is a positive integer. Then we just want to say do that, and then else we'll essentially take this exact same code, but instead of rounding up, so we're doing math.ceiling, we're going to do math.floor, which rounds down. Yeah. And that should make it so if it is a, again, positive integer to heal the player when you open up a chest, it'll heal you. But there could be perks to make it so when you open a chest, it damages you. At that point, we would then say decrease the health. I'm still waiting for my 100k add custom enemy redeem. Should I add something like that? Maybe. Was gone for a few, back now. Welcome back, Autumn. Welcome back. I may have sent you a beautiful art. Like, personally, in a DM, or in the channel. Oh my goodness. You did send it to me. Should I pull this up on stream? Let me know. Let me know if you'd like me to. Sure. All right, we'll pull it up. And then we're gonna do game dev stuff, I swear. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're just gonna open that up in a new tab. As you can see, if you are asking where Vercilias is, right there. Vercilias is right there. You couldn't miss him. You couldn't miss him. He was right there. The whole time he was just right there. See, that was you the whole time, wondering where is Vercilias. Just right here, That's all. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be, but right there is where he's at. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate the contribution. Oh, good times. Masterpiece, absolute masterpiece. My best work yet. Could we get YouTube emojis? Ooh, you're right. Wait, I can add my own custom emojis. I need to do that. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, I definitely need to do that. I don't know why I hadn't yet. Anyway, yes, absolutely. That is a great question, and I definitely will. It's like we have them on Twitch. Like I have all the custom ones on Twitch, so I might as well throw them on there too. Okay, so back over here. Oh yes, I also did make one more change to the icon, because I was kind of like, I was still on the fence about the icon. I still was not quite sure if I liked the shovel or not, so I redid it, and I've also renamed it to the Grave Robbers Rush instead of Grave... What was it again? It was Grave Robbers... something. I don't remember. But anyway, now it's called Grave Robbers Rush, and it is just a picture of the open chest. I was like, that kind of seems to make the most sense. So I just took the general design of the chest that we have, because we have the chest right.
Tom_Fords_today says, I have a question. Would you describe me as head Twitch mod RN? If the answer is yes or no, I'm editing commands RN and want to know if this should be updated.
Wait. Would you describe me as head Twitch mod right now? I don't care if the answer is yes or no. I'm editing commands right now and want to know if this should be updated. But I guess if you want to be. We haven't had a vote yet. I guess we could have a vote. Should we have a vote? Who's gonna be the head mod? I mean, sure, but why not? I'm down. But that does mean that you cannot leave us again. You cannot abandon us like you did before. I like your art, Better Moon Man. I was making a semi-coffin and had trouble making... Oh, that's fair. Yeah, trying to get the perspective right can be a little bit tricky. Anyway, yeah, so that is the chest that we have in there, and so I figured I might as well just make it look like that chest, but open, and like also in like a smaller form factor. So anyway, so that's kind of what we went with. So now if you have that, we should be able to then come in here, and then even if we also have, let me come in here, and I'm just going to edit some variables. We're going to go to variable 6 something. There we go, perk health points. So if we were to double our HP, so if we went to 100% health points, that should bring our health from 25 to 50, I believe. Come down here and we change our health. Monster HP. Yeah, because it's stored in 2 different variables. So you have the player's HP max, which that one will go up if the player, so there's like the base health, and then there are perk points that you can put into your skill tree to be able to increase that variable. But then there's the other variable, it's like variable 661, and that is a temporary max HP booster. So I did have to take into consideration those two. But then come in here to the player's HP, I should be able to put that up to, let's go to 49 really quick. Okay, yeah, so there's still a sliver, so it is 50, which makes sense. It's 25 plus 100%, which is 50. So we have 50 HP. Oh wait, no, we don't want to have quite 50. Let's go down to 40 HP. And then let's go room 18 needs to have a chest. So if we come down here to variable 900 and something, room 18 is going to have a chest. Let's set that to -1. We move that down here. There we go. So then if we use the key, it should give us the HP. So we're going from 40 to 45 because, 10% of 50 would be 5. And so, yeah, yes, there we go. But it should also do it for the hurting as well. So if we say, for example, I guess we really don't need any of these other things. So let's just take one of these guys, and then we will just then say, so we're in room 5. Oh, there we go. There's a chest. That was easy. So we just want to say variable 600 and something, wherever that is. This is the chest healing. If we were to set that to a negative integer, so if we said something like, I don't know, 50%, that should damage the player 50% of their maximum HP. If we come over here, it should do like 12, maybe 13 damage, something like that. Let's see. There we go. Now we're down to 12 health, which means it did 13 damage because we have the if and else statement. It is going to round up or down depending on if it's doing healing or damage. So you will have it round up if it's healing you. So if like, say for example, if you had the right amount of HP to only be recovered 4.1 HP, it's going to round up to 5. But vice versa with the damage as well. If you're going to be taking damage, and if it's going to be doing 3.1 damage, it's going to round to 4 damage. So that's what's kind of going on there. See, Cocodale says, good luck game deving today. See you guys. Cocodale, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And yeah, I do appreciate it. So thank you. See, Dan says, it said Grave Robber's Vigor in the checklist just... Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So it was Grave Robber's Vigor, which is what we did originally start with. And then I was just like, I don't know. I kind of like the naming of the Grave Robbers... Or Grave Robber's Rush. Yes, that's right. Especially because the description of it is, you get a rush from robbing the treasures of the dead, but the denizens of the tomb can smell the stolen valuables. So yeah, so opening chest restores 10 HP, necromonsters do 5% more damage. So yeah, good times. Okay, so we do have one more thing that we have to do before we can mark this as being done, and that is, I need to come in here, and basically right here, we need to get rid of you. So perk card healing. We do still need that, but we also need to come in here with the picking of the lock, because as of right now, if you use the key, that is the only thing that will actually heal you. So, which means we could break this in a little bit more. We could break it down a little bit more. We could technically have a perk that will only work if you use a key, but then we could also have another perk if you only pick the lock. Either way. But if we just come down here, then basically I believe... Okay, so wait, where is this? So this is where it shows picture and sets value. Down here. Okay, so I believe it would be right here then. Cool. So let's test that really quickly with the stuff. Let's also just see if we can... I'm going to refresh a few times just to see if we can test this. Come on. Come on, RNG. There we go. Grave Robber's Rush. I also feel like the chest just looks so much better than the shovel that we had the other day. Like, the shovel was fine, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know with the shovel. Okay, so we're in room 55. Let's come over here. Let's spawn a chest in room 55. All right, and let's hurt myself just a little bit. Hurt me a lot. Let's set our HP down to 15. So we should be able to, if we pick the lock. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 1, 4. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got healed. Happy days. Happy days. That also means if we were to pick up this guy right here, and if we were to leave, and then in room 55, give us a chest, come over here, and then if we were to use the key, I think, wait, is this gonna work? Oh no! Oh no! I forgot that I added that too. Crap. This is gonna open up so. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. Perk card, chest healing. Perk card, chest healing. We just need to come over here, and when you drop the item. Okay, so that's healing items, sandwiches. In a chest room. So I believe we just then need to go here. Just add that. There we go. Let's actually do that. There we go. That changes the picture, and they do that. Okay. Now let's do some testing. Here we go. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I need to get better at remembering that just because I click off of Tomb of Vercilias, it doesn't actually minimize it for you guys. I am so sorry. All right, Grave Robber's Rush. Here we go. You have my vow that I won't randomly leave. Also, I made this when I was the only mod besides Moon Mom before Axel rose to power. That's true. That's fair. Bye, Coco. Woo, break it down. I think it would be a lot of fun actually to break it down. Yeah. And Loki posted What did I do? What did I do? What do we got going on here? Oh, this is a short one. All right, we gotta pause this. Gotta come over here, turn that up. Let's see what happens. Self just a little bit. Hurt me a lot. You know, hurt me a lot. It's all the cool kids are doing it, all right? All the cool kids are doing it. No, that's so it was a reference. I didn't really do a good reference, but so which one was it? I think it's from Aladdin 2. I don't think it's from the original Aladdin. I'm pretty sure it's from Aladdin 2. Maybe it is from the original Aladdin. Anyway, no, yeah, it's got to be Aladdin 2. Maybe it's Aladdin 3. Maybe it's Aladdin 3. Anyway, in it, one of the characters is like hurt him a lot. Hurt him, his bird, and his monkey. So, anyway. I'm like 99% sure it's Aladdin 2. Pretty sure. Alright, let's do some testing. Exclamation mark mods. Ooh, mods on falls today. Head to Twitch mod and cool trans gal. I like it. Axel, amazing creator and of games and music. Like a cat, lovely moon wife of the moon. Coffee stream bot pops in about once a stream. Creepy dude. Stream Elements works with mods to make a better stream. I like that. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. All right, people still know exclamation mark wishlist is a thing and the link works. That's great. That one does. That one is still working it just fine. See, Tillis has are the dice story relevant or are they just a gameplay mechanic? Wait. So are the dice story relevant, or are they just mechanic? The dice story. You may need to explain just a little bit more. Aladdin is a trilogy? It is. Did you not know this? Oh my goodness. There are 3 Aladdins. Now, when I say trilogy, I'm meaning like the classic, apparently 1992 movies, not the remakes, not the live action. So yeah, so there is Aladdin, and then there's Return of Jafar, and then there's Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Return of Jafar is pretty good. Aladdin and the King of Thieves, extremely corny, but still pretty good. Yeah, so so it's definitely not the King of Thieves that is the one that I'm thinking of. I think it's the Return of Jafar. I think it's Jafar's like little, there's like a side, like a minion type person who like Jafar is like using to try and get free. And yeah, like the guy, so at some point in time in it, he comes across Aladdin, and he's basically, his line is hurt him a lot. And instead of it, trying to keep it a kid's movie, instead of like saying kill him, he's just like hurt him a lot. It's great. Anyway, so yeah, for anybody that didn't know, there are 3 original like animated Aladdin films. They're pretty good. They are pretty good. A little corny, pretty good. There's a great book, I forget the name, that is an AU of What If Jafar Got the Lamp Instead of Aladdin. It was actually really good. I would have to read that, because yeah, it's, I mean, we do kind of see, but if Aladdin hadn't gotten the lamp at all, he wouldn't have been able to, do what he does to stop Jafar. So really, Jafar would have kind of just been, like, completely unstoppable. That would have been crazy. Not good at all. I mean, like, are the dice in the battle system part of the world's lore, or are they, they're just for gameplay? Gotcha. So, I don't want to say that they don't have any purpose at all, and that they're just a mechanic. So the current idea is that the way, and this is kind of like subject to change, but kind of the way that I've looked at them is basically the way that magic works in this world is you have to have some kind of medium, right? And so like, say for example, like a staff, a wand, or like a whatever, right? And so the medium in this world is cards. Like the deck of cards is what you use to be able to like cast the actual spells themselves. But to be able to upgrade the way that those like how much those spells can do, then basically what you would need to do is you would take some kind of magical entity, some kind of like gemstone that holds a magical essence, and you would then forge those into your own personal spell book to be able to then like craft and do stuff like that. And that spell book is then bound to the player's deck of cards that they are then able to use. That's kind of like the rough idea behind them. There's definitely not like any actual story beats to them as of right now. That's kind of like the general idea, is that the dice themselves are essentially gemstones that that the player and like people in the world will use to be able to harness magic, and then they put that harnessed magic into a spell book that is like linked to them, which is then bound to their cards that will then be able to like use it as the medium to like cast the spells. So I haven't gone too much into it just because it's like, it feels like it's a bit overkill to explain it that much in depth. But that's kind of like the rough idea of like kind of where I've kind of thought through it within my head. Is it this? Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got here? A whole new world. A twisted tale. That's kind of creepy looking. Okay, I was like, I don't think I'm signed in, so it really shouldn't say anything that specific. I mean, obviously, like, delivering to Salt Lake, everybody knows I'm in Utah, so like, that's not that crazy. Yeah, that would be kind of crazy if that's the one. So Utila says, oh, interesting. Thank you for the explanation. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I do want to try and have as many things connected to, like, lore as possible, especially because if I do want to go out based off of the idea that after this, I mean, obviously, depending on how well the game does, if I want to continue things in the whole, like, Tomb of like world, I do want to like establish some kind of structure so that in future games it kind of like follows roughly the same thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Probably. Autumn, you're supposed to be the rock, the knower. That's a whole series of books. I bought a few for the wife. Nice, nice. I think it's interesting seeing people's takes on like how if they were to change some stories, how they would like tell it. And I think it's really cool. All right, so let us. We needed to test one more thing, and I don't remember what it was we were going to test. Oh, that's right, the key. We're going to test the key. Yes. Okay, so we're in room 14, so let's spawn a chest in room 14. Spawn a chest. There we go. Okay, yeah, so using the key works, picking the lock works, but then dragging the key onto the chest, we need to make sure that works. So I need to make sure that I can actually heal myself, so I gotta make sure that I'm damaged. It's a lot of damage. Player's HP, let's reduce that by 10. All right, so I've got 15 health, but if I use the key on it, it should restore 3, which it did. Look at that, 18 health. Yeah. Then we got ourselves a nice little potion right there. Not bad. Not bad. A Child Thief novel. Child Thief? Is it about Aladdin? Child Thief, a novel. Huh. Interesting. Look at that. Look at that size of that book. Good to know. It's good to know the size of the book. I've never understood why they do that, where they're like, see, this is how big the book is. I'm like, okay. I don't think I've ever talked to someone who has bought a book based on its size, like height, like not like thickness, like not like how long the book is, like the actual print size of the book. I don't know. I posted a link to a book, was asking if that was what you're talking about. That's Peter Pan. Oh, gotcha. Yes, yeah. The book you were talking about with the whole Jafar having gotten the genie before Aladdin, so that Aladdin never got it. That's what Loki's posting the links about. Okay, so that should be good then on the whole damaging thing of, or healing / damaging thing of the chest. Now we do technically still have one more thing to do to technically complete it, but I think we're probably gonna mark it as done anyway, because if you come over here to the perk tooltips, there we go, that's the one. We come down here to number 13, we've got the Grave Robbers. Okay, yeah, so it's Grave Robbers Vigor, but it's not Grave Robbers Vigor, it is Grave Robbers... what did I call it? Dang it, I didn't update it on here either. Grave Robbers... Rush! Grave Robbers Rush, that's the one. Silly me. Okay, so the other thing though is the necro damage from the monsters. Now we haven't implemented that system yet, but we can definitely implement that system. So I think we should be able to come over here and we should be able to mark this off. So yeah, so we're gonna change this. So Grave Robbers Vigor to Grave Robbers Rush. That's just for Zora's and HP when opened. I don't have to update any of that. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. That one is, whoops, that one is good to go. Move that down to the bottom. Happy days. Cool. All right. Update monsters and gemstone spawning in the tombs. We do need to do that one though. And we also need to do update monster damage to do update monster elemental monster damage to do more or less based on
variables. What the? Ah, good times. Good times. I don't know why I didn't play the notification, but you know. Anyway. Currently we're reading a book that me and my brother affectionately called The Brick.
The book is Brandon Sanderson's The Way of Kings, if anybody cares. I have heard some decent stuff about Brandon Sanderson's stuff. Never actually read any of his stuff. Ooh, that is a nice update to the info. I like it. Cool, okay. And Fanny Slam. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, Fanny Slam. How you doing? How's life? Okay, so yes, we do need to update the elemental monster damage to do more or less based on variables. So, I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait. Do we already have that, though? Grave Robber's Rush. Sure, we'll just grab that one. In the skill tree, Pyro Ward. Block a percentage of incoming pyro damage from enemy attacks. So we technically already have that in the game. Huh. Let's see, Fanny Slam says, doing well, 3D modeling. Ooh, nice. It's always a good time. Stuff has amazing world building, which is an element of writing I personally adore. I feel like you gotta have some good world building to make it gripping enough to keep people, so I'm glad that it does have good world building. So we do already have those in there then. See, Jerry says, I'm back! What'd I miss? I don't think too much. I don't know how long you've been gone for, so I'm not quite sure exactly what you would have missed. We went over how I fixed the JavaScript for the Grave Robber stuff. Yeah. And then tested a few times to make sure that it was going to damage/heal the player appropriately. And I think that's about it. So Fantasy Slam says, I heard you say my name right before an ad, but now I'm back. I'm very sorry. The ads played like literally as I was starting to respond to you. But I'm glad that you're doing well, and it sounds like an absolute blast to be able to do some 3D modeling. Very nice. Very jealous. I wish that I was good enough to be able to do 3D modeling. I used to think that I was going to become some kind of like 3D animator or modeler. And then I actually opened up a 3D modeling program for the first time, and I was like, holy smokes, this is confusing. And I closed it, and I never really wanted to look back again. I have done some more modeling since then. I mean, this was back, when I was like 12, 13. I was like, I'm going to make this thing, and I opened like some CAD 3D software from like 1997. And I was like, what the freak am I looking at? This is confusing as all crap. Yeah, I would say it was probably like, I don't know, 7-ish years ago. I like tried again, and I was still like, it's fun, but it's not for me. Definitely not for me. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm somewhat okay. You can get there in time. Well, okay, I guess if I were to say put 20 years into it, I would hope that I would be okay at it. That's awesome. You've been doing it for 20 years, though. That is impressive. Brandon Sanderson is insane. Yeah, I've heard really good stuff about Brandon Sanderson again. But I'm not much of a reader, if I'm being completely honest. My sisters are the ones that got that side of, like, actually reading and enjoying it. But, I don't know. I've never found it that entertaining. There's only been, like, 2 books that I've actually sat down and read, like, cover to cover in one sitting, or, like, in under a week. And that is the first Series of Unfortunate Events book, and Holes. I think Holes is the only book I've actually also read more than once. Every single other book, if I finish it, I'm like, well, never reading that again. Yeah. Although I will say, the one book that I ever had an actual interest in, and I was reading it pretty consistently, was, let me get this pulled up really quickly, because I cannot remember the name of it as of right now, but I have it on my wish list because I finally found it, and I've added it to my wish list so that I can eventually buy it and actually finish the book, because it got taken away when I was younger. It is from Terry Goodkind, and it's called Wizard's First Rule. So this is the only book that I have ever read that I was like, I was like, I like it. I like this book. So I don't know if anybody has ever read this book, or read any books from Terry Goodkind, but Wizard's First Rule. The only things that I could really remember from it was, at one point in time during the story, the main male character offers a red apple to the main female character, and she gets super offended and smacks it out of his hand and tries to kill him. And she puts a knife to his throat, and he's just like, what the freak is going on? And she's like, you were trying to poison me. He's like, what are you talking about? No, I wasn't. And so apparently where she grew up, and I can't remember if it's either everything, any red fruit is poisonous, or they've been taught that all red fruits are poisonous. I can't remember which it is. Anyway, yeah, so eventually I want to read that again. But that is like the only book that I've actually started, like that I had started reading, and I was like, this is really cool. And then I never was able to finish it because I borrowed it from a friend, and then I read like half the book, and I left it out on a counter one day, and my mom picked it up and like just happened to open up to a very specific part where an angry mob is going to, I think they're going to like kill this wizard, and the way that this wizard stops them all, I'm not going to go into details. It has to do with their male anatomy, though. He essentially removes it and then tells them that he will restore it if they leave him alone. And my mom just happened to open up to that part and started reading it, and she was like, what the freak is this? You're never reading this book again. And she took it away, and I felt really bad because I think she threw it away, and I had to tell my friend, I was like, I am so sorry, I lost your book. And he's like, that's okay. So, you know. Anyway, yeah, good times. Okay, we're gonna get some actual stuff done, I swear. Let's see here. Exclamation mark, TTS, does this work? What about this? Oh, there's a cooldown, right? Oh, right. Yeah, there's a cooldown. That's freaked up. I know, it's crazy stuff. My stepmom did that with me too, but it was my sister-in-law's, and my brother didn't let that slide. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's not good times. Okay, let's see here. That's right, the warding. So we are already kind of taking into consideration the warding for the monsters. So if the player busts, monster attack, serpentine. Okay. There we go. So there's the pyro negation right here. But then, if or else pyro monster. I'm back to coding my game, and I'm working on the experience portion of the game. Ooh, that's going to be a big one. I mean, and like, here's the thing too with the experience bar. Just get it in there, get it working, you can balance it later. Do not worry about balancing, don't worry about any of that right now. Yeah, just get it in there, get it so the monsters can actually add to the experience bar. That's awesome. I like that. I like it. You are moving fast. Very impressive stuff. Okay, so if 94. Okay, so if the spawned monster is equal to 2, which means they are a pyro monster, then do wait. Animator's also working hard on my sprites. Very nice, very nice. So this is doing damage to the player, right? 50, yeah. 50 is the player's damage, or the player's health. It's at minus math ceiling. Game variables dot value 70 plus 70 times 0.25 minus 70 times 715 times 2 divided by 100. Okay. So I think what we can do is we're subtracting. So we want it to do more damage. I don't ever want it to heal the player. That's going to be a little bit, okay. So we're saying game variables dot set value. So we're setting the player's HP equal to player's HP minus, then round up. Variable 70. What is variable 70? Variable 70 is monster attack. Okay. We're saying minus monster attack plus monster attack times 0.25. Now that is only okay. That is strictly if the monster is a pyro monster. And then minus, this is the damage negation. Okay. So, we would want to round, so we're rounding up. And this is the damage that it's doing, plus, okay. So this is its own thing right here. We're saying plus the monster's damage times 0.25, which is increasing it because it is a pyro attack. And then minus 70, so the player's damage, the monster's damage, times 715. That is the damage negation, times 2, divided by 100. Okay. So then, with the variables, because we've got variable 6 something. This is the monster, the pyro monster damage. Okay. So this is us being able to increase the amount of damage a pyro or geo, hydro, or necro monster would do. So I think we would then just say, let's test it with the necro monster. That one we already have working. So let's say, let's just do that. Pyro, Geo, Hydro, and Necro. So this is if it is going to be a Necro monster. Then if you are equal to 5, which means you are a Necro monster, then we just say set the health to be 50. So set 50 to be equal 50 minus, and round up. $70 plus 70 times 0.25. And then minus 70 times 721 times 2 divided by 100. Okay, we still want to round up though. So if we go to this yellow one, so we want to go... Where is that going to? So you're just going to there. Okay, so it's the blue one. So we want to stay within the blue. I think we want to go here. You're there to there. Okay, yeah. So we would say minus game variables dot value. We want to go to variable 687. That is the necro modifier. So minus 687 divided by 100. No, minus, sorry. Minus game variables dot value 70, because that's the monster's damage. Times that. Okay, so then we're also subtracting this whole thing right here. So this would be monster's attack times variable divided by 100. So let's say, for example, if this is 10, this is essentially saying monster's attack times 10%. So if the monster's attack is 10, then it would do plus, or I guess minus 1. Minus 1? Yes. Yes, because that's subtracting another amount from... Okay, all right. So that should be correct. So let's copy that, come over here. We should just be able to replace that in there. So if that works, I should be able to take basically that exact same thing and apply it to all the other spots. But for now, let's do this. So we need the new perk we just created. Come on, you can do it. All right, 3 more times. 2 more times. 1 more time. Okay, we're just doing this then. Perk card to spell book. Let's come down here. Instead of just you setting a random number, we're just gonna say set you exactly to 13. That way the first card will always be the one we need. There we go. Grave Robber's Rush. That's all we want. All right, so we need a monster, don't we? We need a monster. Over here, the enemy spawning, we're gonna set you to be 1 and 2. So we'll actually spawn a monster. Okay, let's go to the left. So that's gonna be room 34. We've got a rubble golem, 34. Up that so we can escape easier. Okay. Monster in room 34. We're going to set you to be 16, you're regular. So you would be Pyro, Geo, Hydro, Necro. Yeah. And if we move back over here, we now have a Necro Rubble Golem. Okay, that's fair. So, this should be monsters do 5% more damage. What do we have? I just want to double check the code really quickly. I think this is rounding. Is this rounding down or up? This is rounding up. I think that did just a regular amount of damage. So he should be doing 1 damage. Let me make sure I have this in the right spot. Over here, player bust. So if the player has a busting hand, which means they lose in one way, shape, or form or the other. Wait. Keep doing this. That is my bad. So this is for player bust. So if the player loses in any shape or form, it should do down here. Oh, that's right. This is specific to... Oh, no. So these are broken down by cards, not monster. So this is specific to... if the current monster is a Necro monster. He needs to have a Necro card and be a Necro monster then to make this work. It should fix itself later, but we will have to change this number based off of the monster itself, not the card itself. So that should mean that this card should do 2 damage, not the 1. And then whatever this next one is, you know, whatever. So we're at 23 health. Let's stand on 9. Nope, that still just did 1 and 1. We got 21 health. Yeah, Necro monsters do 5% more damage. I just want to make sure. We have run into this before, so let's just double check on here. It's a variable 600 and whatever. This is Necro monster damage, 5%. Oh, wait. Necro monster damage is 690. And I think I'm referencing the wrong variable. We're referencing variable 687, which is the Pyro. Okay, we can adjust it though, because then we can just go correct it later. So if we set this one to be 5%, now this should do 2 damage because it should be rounding up. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So we're at 21 health. Okay, so that's still doing just that much. It's only doing 1 damage each. What if we change... So it is 687, right? 687, yeah. It's minus 70 times... Yeah, so that would be... Let me just run this through really quick. So we would basically be saying the monster's damage, which would be 1 times 5 divided by 100. Yeah, that's 5%. 0.05. Okay. And that should be rounding up. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so if 94 is 5, game variables dot set value 50 equal 50 minus round up. You should be rounding up everything in here, right? Yeah, you're within there. Okay. So we're doing 70 plus... Oh... Wait. And then minus 70 times 721 times 2 divided by 100. Okay, so I think it's actually this. Minus 70. No, that's exactly what I'm doing there. Yeah. Minus 70 times... You're that. Divided by 100. Okay. 687. Excuse me. 687, and 687 is 5. What if we set you to 100? What's gonna happen then? I just want to get a necro card for this guy. Still just doing 1 damage. Alright, let's take another hit. Just draw a necro card. Oh my god. 18. 17, 16. Yeah, there's a necro card. So, as long as he can hit, should be doing the damage. So we're at 16. So it should be doing double. But it should be doing even more than that, because he's a necro golem with a necro card that should be doing 100% more damage. But we'll see what happens. So, we're at 16. 15, 14. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to. The one I'm working on is probably going to be one of the hardest sprites besides the main character, but it should help me improve. You'll do great. I like the style it makes feel for it. Oh my gosh. It makes the style. I like the style. It makes it feel more unique. I'm using a built-in palette. There isn't enough colors. Steel Moon Man. No, it's too late. I must try. Isn't 5 too small to see any difference? So normally yes, but we are rounding up. And so that's kind of why I'm kind of confused, because it should be rounding up this entire equation here. Yeah, because it should be doing, yeah, math ceiling, which is rounding up, which should be this entire thing here. So it should be saying to round up 70 plus okay, so you're your own thing right here. Then you're your own thing here. Let's try this. I'm gonna throw this into a calculator and just make sure this is actually calculated correctly. So we're saying 1 plus 1 times 0.25 so that's saying do 1 damage plus 0.25 damage. Okay. So we're currently at 1.25 damage. And then we're saying, we'll change this to, I guess, just plus. Do I have that the wrong way then? Minus. I need to change these then? Then we want to say plus. So the variable 70 is 1 times 721 no, so that still does need to be minus, because this is the damage negation. So say for example, if this is negating, we'll just say 0, because it should be negating 0 damage because I didn't have a skill. So we're going to say 0, so that's 1 times 0 times 2 divided by 100. That's still 1.25. Okay, that's fine. And then I was saying minus one times 687 would have been 5 divided by 100. That'd be 1.2. But if I say plus, now it's 1.3. It still should have been rounding up, though. Huh. Check what I sent you, so I'm proud of that top part. Moonman, what's your opinion on going slightly off color palette? I don't think it's the end of the world. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with going a little bit off color palette. Huh. So even still, this should be doing 2 damage, though. As far as I've put it in, anyway. We're set the player's HP to equals player's HP minus, round up. That would be 1 plus 1 times 0.25. That would be 1.25 minus 1 times 0 times 2 divided by 100 plus 1 times 5%. It should be 1.3, and it should round all of this up goes to there. Yeah, so it should round up to 2. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So this is specifically saying, though, Necro card. This is if the name includes card 4. Which would be a Necro type card. Okay. So if it includes card 4, which is a Necro card, and then if the monster is a Necro monster, do all that. Very, very bizarre. Okay, so we're in room 3. You're a tower bat, so we need to change you to a Necro tower bat. Oh, wait. Did I not update this thing, though? I did not. You need to be 690. Okay, so even at 5%, this should be doing extra damage. Let's just double check. Okay, so we're in room 18, so we're going to be room 17. Okay. Sure seemed like it. Sure seemed like it worked. I don't know. Did everybody else hear that, though? Ooh. I mean, I'm hearing it. I don't know if everybody else is, though. It's not working? Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, did y'all hear it? I could hear it. I don't know if anybody else did. No? Ah. See, MV has a function to round game variables. It might be that. It does. But that's why I'm trying to process everything within the JavaScript before it applies it at all. Just because it would be rounding down. So I'm having it round up or down, like depending on what I want to do with it. So I am having it do that beforehand to try and get around that. That's the basic JavaScript files the project comes with. True. Yeah, so I'm hoping to kind of get around that by like rounding it in my way before it actually hits any variables, like any stored variables in RPG Maker. So it should be working because I do have it set up the way that it is set up for basically other things where it is working, like percentage-wise. Why it's very bizarre. Okay, so Necro monster damage, 5%. Okay. I'm gonna jump back and forth between the code just to like check on all the variables, make sure they're correct. So 690 is what we want. That is 5%. The other one we want to check is, I guess, 70. 70 should be just 1, because that's the monster's damage. Monster attack, 1. Okay, cool. The next one is 721. That should be just 0, though, because I haven't upgraded that yet. Yep, just 0. And everything else is just 70, 70, 70.25. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I'll work on it. Don't worry yourself about it right now. Fair. I think the thing that's confusing me the most, though, is that even without any of this, it still isn't rounding up. Yeah. Huh. Even if we took all of that, we come back over here. Player bust. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we replace all of that, and let's just say, for example, if we flash the screen here, that way I know that it's the correct one. And that it should do the damage. We'll do a 2-second flash, just so I have enough time to, like, process everything. Okay. So by all accounts, even without the chest, a Necro monster with a Necro card should be doing more damage. We'll go to room 41. Okay, let's go to room 41. Monster, so it's regular, so we've got Pyro, Geo, Hydro, Necro. Was this the one that I hadn't fixed? I don't know if I'd fixed this one yet. Where did I fix this other one? Is it in the monster damage? Somewhere I'd fix this. Because I think it doesn't need to be 5. I think it needs to be 0. Because right now, the way this is working, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think it needs to be... Oh, man. Okay. So what if we say, like... Crap. I'm like 99% sure that if we want to be affecting Pyro, it actually needs to be 0, not 5. Now I can't remember if this was the fix, setting it to 5. Okay, what else would it have been? Because there was... Was it one of the items? Dice interactivity. Yes. Okay. Yes. That's 2, 3, 4, 0. That would be why it's not doing anything. Because the 5s, so it should not be if you're equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to be 2, 3, 4, 0. And then, once we get that fixed, I should be able to come over to here, grab this. Think he'll go there still? Yes, because you're the ceiling. Okay. Come back over here, replace all of that with that. Okay. Now we come over here, and we want to see what we got going on here. See, Drifty says, I like your chickens. I like you, Drifty. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. They are kind of fun, aren't they? They're kind of fun to have, just kind of hanging around, walking back and forth. It is good times. Funny enough, too, I also, they're actually made an RPG Maker. I actually made them an RPG Maker MV, which is maybe a little bit, there's probably easier ways that I could have done it, but I was like, you know what? What the?
Benedict polymorphed Moonman into a chicken.
And look at that. Now I am a chicken myself, which is so much fun. Bok, bockity, bok. Anyway, Drifty, how you doing? How's life? How's life treating you? Hopefully things are going well for you. Okay, so now we need to check and see if this is actually going to be positively impacting the necro damage. So if we go to room 52, so we've got a slime right here. So let's leave the room. So we need you to be a necro slime. So in room 52, got the monster, so we've got, so that is normal, pyro, geo, hydro, necro.
_Benedict summoned Sunchan.
Oh yeah, now I'm Sunchan. Hello everybody, I am Sunchan, here to bring you the lightness of the day, which is a necro slime. So in the necro slime, if the necro slime attacks with a necro card, it should be doing 2x damage. Let's see, if I stand on a 12, so this should just do 2 and 2. Okay, there's 3 damage. Okay, if we stand on this, it should do 2 damage, unless of course the bottom was a necro, so I'm at 22. 21, 20. Okay, this necro card up here should do 2 damage. Should. Let's see what happens. So we're at a 20. So we should be down, depending on what this purple one is, it should do 2 and then potentially 1, maybe 2. So we're at 20. Let's see what happens. Dang it! Okay, so it went into the right thing, but it's still not actually doing the damage. Ha ha ha. Very bizarre.
Moonwood has been super chatted up by Drifty.
Drifty, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Holy smokes. Thank you. Everybody watching over on YouTube, make sure to add a like to that super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. I guess it was a donation, maybe. Either way, I appreciate the $5. I do appreciate that, Drifty. So thank you. Let's see here. House Movie Castle is an amazing book by way better than the anime adaptation. I have never actually. I didn't even know that there was a book of it. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to look that up. See, Terry Goodkind, I like your chickens. Hello, Drifty. Doing wonderful, my friend. Working on RPG Atlas, the open source engine. I hope all is going well with you. Yeah, things are going good. We're running into some weird JavaScript issues, but other than that, things are going great. Things are going absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. Beautiful stuff. And again, thank you so much for that super chat. I do appreciate it. Woohoo, Drifty G. Like the stream too. It's nothing, just supporting fellow creators. Well, I do appreciate it. So thank you. It's not nothing. It is not nothing. I do appreciate it. It honestly means a lot to like know that other people like would want to, watch like that. That is already like a huge thing to me. But then also like any kind of like financial support, like it honestly means so much. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, what is going on here with the JavaScript? It obviously was working there because it flashed. So like we are now in the correct spot. Player bust. Wait, what? Did I update the last one? Wait, did I literally update 3, but not the last one that I'm actually working with? So if 5 equals 0, 5 equals 0, 5 equals 0. I know what I did. I came in here and I updated this to if 5 equals 0. But I didn't update it over here in VS Code. So then when I copied the code in here, it then reverted back to if 5 equals 5. Okay, that is updated. We're good to go there. Save that. Now let's go do some testing. Oh my god. I feel so stupid. Okay, we're gonna be fine. All right, so we're in room 31. 32 is a rubble golem. So let us leave this guy. Okay, let's up our dex saving throw just so we can escape this guy a little bit easier. Let's leave. Here we go. 15 up to 20. Go. Okay, so that's room 32. So in room 32, we want to change this monster to monster. So we got normal, pyro, geo, hydro, necro. 20. Cool. Now if we go back in here, we should have a necro rubble golem, which we do. And oh, perfect timing. We also have a necro card for the necro golem. So this necro card should do 2 damage. It should do 2 damage. Let's see what happens. I'm going to take a hit just so I can bust, because standing, I could still win. So, we got 24 health. Let's see what happens. Gonna flash. 22. Oh, yes. Okay, it did 2 damage. Yes. Okay, it did 2 damage. Oh, that feels, okay, good. But there's more. Because if we come over here, we want to then go over here to variable 600 and whatever. We want to go to this guy, because that's doing 5% damage more. But if we say go to 100% damage, is it going to do 3 damage? This should be doing the monster's damage, which is 1, 100%, which should be 2. So I think it should do 3 damage now, because it is a Necro Golem using a Necro card, which has already a 0.25 increase, so a 25% increase. That's actually a lot now that I think about it. It's a 25% increase. Anyway, so it should do 3 damage the next time we have a Necro card for this guy. So let us take a hit. So we got 21 health. Okay, that should do 1 and 1. Okay, there we go. So this guy should do 3 damage. So we're at 19. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Should go to 16. Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. All right. It's looking good. It's looking good. Oh, so we could go absolutely wild. We could be like, this monster is gonna do, I don't know, some crazy like 500x their normal attack, which 500 times or 500% more damage for one. That's literally 5 damage. So it's not that crazy. But once you start getting higher levels, 500% extra damage if you're fighting a monster that does like 12 damage. That's a lot more damage. That is a lot more damage. So, if we now check this should do 6 damage total. Or maybe 7. I think this might actually do 7 damage. Let's see. So let's stand on a 12. Okay, there we go. That's just does 2 damage. Stand on a 5. Oh, okay. 12 down to just doing 7 damage. Because that would be 1 plus 500%, which would be 6. Or no, that would be 5. And then it's plus because it was a Necro card with a Necro Golem, would be an extra 2 damage, which would have been 7. So that, yeah. That would have taken us from 12 to 5. Oh, it's working. It's working. In the wise words of Anakin Skywalker, it's working. It's working. Okay, so now that means we just have to go through and implement that into all of these other ones, which shouldn't be too bad. This is literally just taking this right here and applying it across the board. Yeah. We just want to say all of that to there. Crap. How many is there? We've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Because we need 2 parentheses here. And then we're just copying, so from the 100, there needs to be 1 parenthesis over to there. Okay. And then all we need to do is we just need to say, you are a pyro monster. So we need to have you be the pyro, which would be... Wait. No. No. Because it's not going to matter, because this is based off of... Or will it? Will it? This is if the card... So this is not affecting the card's damage, this is affecting the monster's damage. Yes, that is correct. So, if or else Necro Monster. Okay. Yeah. We just need to say, if you're a Necro Monster, do extra Necro damage if there is any. If you are a Pyro Monster, which I believe that would be... Wait, what would that be? What would that be? You're 690. That's 689, 88, 87. 687. Yes. 687. And then you would be 688. And you would be 689. There's another fly in here. It's the same one. So help me. Okay, and this is just regular damage. So that shouldn't be affected at all by any kind of monster increase. Okay, so let's just grab the pyro one. So that one will be pretty easy. Just grab you over to you, copy that. Okay. So then we'll just come up here to the first one. So if you are a pyro monster, we just want to say you. If you are a geo monster, then we want to do 688. If you are a hydro monster, 689. If you are a necro monster, then you would be variable 690. Okay. So then if you are a... Let's see. You would be 688. 689. 690. I heard it. Did anybody else hear it? And then 687. Okay. You would be a hydro. So you would be... Yeah, I don't think it's playing. I don't see any audio playing through OBS. Oh my gosh. These freaking flies, man. These freaking flies. I already had to deal with one of you guys today. You will not meet as nice of a fate as the last guy. Get out of here. I'm calm. Everything's fine. Okay. So you are hydro. So that would be 689. And then you would be 690. You would be 687. And you would be 688. Okay. Now that should make it so we can do extra damage based off of elemental monsters. Let's test some of them really quickly. So I'm just going to grab... We'll just do Nyx Hat of Divine Wisdom. That should work. So I'm just going to go in and edit the things manually. So... See, Tilla says, all right, gotta go. Have a fun rest of your stream. Tilla, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the the Sunday stream. I will be here Sunday, I promise. Don't think I'm just very off on my days. I'll figure it out some other time. Probably will dip now. See ya. Autumn, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the Sunday stream. So enjoy your weekend, though. Are missing the other chat. Oh my gosh. We very well may be. Why? Platforms? Why did it disconnect you two? That's annoying. Okay, now that the chat should be there. Test. Wait for it. Hey, look at that. Okay, YouTube's working again. Autumn says, mwah, mwah. Love all you losers and chatters and lurkers. Bye. Goodbye, Autumn. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. Okay, so we're in room 36. Let's go down to, so it's room 30. So we're going to be going up against a gargoyle. So, yeah. Let's change that. Let us change that. So we're going to make this gargoyle in room 30. We're going to test this and make the gargoyle a pyro gargoyle. And then we're going to upgrade all of these skills. So we're going to say the pyro... The monsters. Okay, so that's pyro monster damage. Let's put you up. Let's just do like 10% on all these guys. So this should be specifically for the monster itself, not the card. The cards can do more damage, but this should just be for the monster itself. So if we come back down here and we have a pyro gargoyle, all right, I'm just gonna come out the gate swinging. So, wait. Yes, so that means this guy will do 10% more damage regardless of the card that he is using. So, any of these cards should do 10 extra damage because he is a pyro gargoyle, which is doing 10 10% more damage. So we're at 25 HP. We go down to 21 because since he is a pyro gargoyle, again, it should not matter what card he has. Okay. Then what if we say the pyro monsters are going to start doing 100% more damage? Then we should be able to. He should be then doing. I guess that would still only be. This is doing 100% more damage for 1, which is 2. All right, so we're going to be doing. We're going to do 110% more damage. So he should be doing 3 damage now to me. Let's see what happens. So if I take a hit, we're at 21. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Oh! That's why. That's why. Because he had, I believe. Let me just double check on this. I'm gonna pull up the thing. You know the thing. We're gonna pull it up. See what happens. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so I'm at 21. But he does less damage because he has a Geo card, because Geo cards do minus 25% damage. So that means, so we're going from 21. This should do 2 damage. Wait for it. Yeah, so the Geo card should take us down to a 19. 21, 20, 19, 18. 17, 16. Whoa, what? The Geo card still did 3 damage. Why? Why would he have done 3 damage? That does not make any sense. Interesting. Let me just check here really quick. So if Pyro Monster, and if the Pyro Monster draws a Geo card, then it should do 70. Why have I set it to have there be... Yeah, like that's the spot that should be up in here. Do we not have it? Yeah. Necro is weak. Did we change it to something else? Did we say that a Pyro Monster... Yeah, no, it should be a Pyro Monster using a Geo card should do less. And then same thing if it's a Geo Monster using a Hydro card, it should do less. So if you are a... Wait. Oh, bad. Okay. If they've drawn a Geo card and they are a Pyro Monster... Yeah, it's not doing anything. Did I mess these up again? I thought I had these right. No, 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 no. So if you have drawn a Pyro card and you are a Pyro Monster, you should be doing an extra 25% damage. But if you are a Geo Monster and you have drawn a Pyro card, you should be doing 25% less. I thought it was Hydro beats Pyro. I think you show leave a note of what beats what somewhere. I definitely need to show something like that Yeah, so basically what we ended up is, so this is the strength and weakness. So Pyro beats Geo, Geo beats Hydro, Hydro beats Necro, and Necro beats Pyro, and then vice versa. So yeah, so basically, so the strength is, yeah, Pyro strong against Geo, Geo to Hydro, Hydro to Necro, Necro to Pyro, which means that if it is a, I think that's what we decided on, right? Because then if it is a Pyro monster using a Geo card, then the Geo card should do 25% less damage because Geo is weak against Pyro, and so the Pyro monster wouldn't be able to use a Geo card as well. Because if we're doing on the opposite ends, then we would say a Pyro monster doesn't do as much damage with a Hydro card, and then a Geo monster wouldn't do as much damage with a Necro card. A Hydro monster wouldn't do as much with a Pyro card, and a Necro monster wouldn't do as much. That doesn't really make sense. So did I do it the same way, though, on other ones? So let's say, for example, if you've drawn a Geo card, and you're a Geo monster, you do more. But I do have this set up to say, if it is a Geo monster with a Necro card, then it's doing less damage. Huh. Necro poisons water, water drowns rock, rock smothers Pyro, Pyro cleanses Necro. Yeah, and that's, so that's, yeah, kind of how that is all working. Yeah, so basically the way that I figured it was, yeah, so, you know, Pyro burns or melts Geo, right? Like if you mix Pyro with rock, right, then you get lava. It melts it. Or if you take into, like, if you are considering it to be like a leaf or a tree or something like that, Pyro burns living things. And then if you were to add dirt to water, it's going to turn into mud, which would like absorb the water. So yeah, so Geo is strong against Hydro. Hydro would cleanse Necro, undead, and then Death would suffocate Fire. And so it's kind of, so that's kind of where like the strengths are, right? And so then anything in reverse would kind of be the weaknesses. So it'd basically be, yeah, Pyro against Geo is strong, but Pyro against Necro is weak. No, I mean, leave that in your notes somewhere. Oh, right. Yeah. Definitely just do something like that. Yeah. Oh, you mean the reverse of it, so that I can remember which one's actually strong and which. I got you. Why wouldn't water beat fire? Well, it could, and that's kind of the thing too, is that it's like there could have been different ways to go about this, right? Because like, you know, if you think about it, like water would be strong against Pyro. But then it's like, if we do it that way, then it's like, okay, well then is Geo strong against Necro? Then it's like, kind of. But then like you could also say like, you know, Necro, like Death could be strong against Geo, which is like earth, living things. So yeah. So it kind of turned into, I just had to kind of pick which ones made the most sense without having one element having two weaknesses or something like that, right? Or two strengths. So anyway, so you are technically correct. Like Hydro would technically be strong against Pyro. But then it was like, then I had to like try and figure out like what would be strong against Hydro then. So it's like, okay, well then if Necro, I mean, if Geo is strong against Hydro, and then Hydro is strong against Pyro, then it's like, okay, well then is Pyro strong against Necro, and then Necro is strong against Geo? Then it kind of just like, I don't know, kind of started falling apart a little bit. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of why we decided on this one, because I was like, it seems to make the most sense in terms of each one having a strength and a weakness, essentially. I recently saw a video about the struggles of trying to make 4 option rock, paper, scissors, and this is the exact thing. It's true. It's true. Like, I'm sure that if I were to change the elements, I could probably make them work a little bit. Necro complicates things. It really does. It really does complicate things just a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like I would be very sad if we reduced it to like 3 though. And I also do not want to go with just, I wouldn't want to go with 5 though. So technically, a large enough fire turns water into fuel. It spits it into oxygen and hydrogen, splits it into oxygen and hydrogen. But anyway, all the more reason to take it. I guess that is true. If you do not directly put water onto the fire does heat the water. So I guess that is also true. See, Drifty says, this is a cool dungeon crawl you've made here. Nice work, Moonwood. Drifty, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it has been a lot of work. It has been a ton of work that has gone into this, which is why we're just running into so many weird things here and there of like when I try to introduce a new system and then it kind of goes in and ruins previous systems. But anyway, yeah, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Drifty. Thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Axel says, XP can be collected. Nothing happens, but it makes a really cool sound. I like that. I like it. Hey, honestly, sometimes that's all you need. I mean, obviously, you're going to do more with the XP, but the fact that it just makes a cool sound, I like it. I like it. That is super cool. Yeah, very nicely done. Very nicely done, Axel. Yeah, I definitely messed up the strengths and the weaknesses there. That is my bad. I think since Earth represents life, it should beat Necro. It could. I don't know. See, like, I was on the fence. Get out of here, fly. I was on the fence about it, like, oh my gosh. You would think if you were a fly and you just got smacked by this giant being, you would not stick around. Like, why would you still stick around at that point? That just seems suicidal, honestly. But yeah, it's I do like where you're going with it, Seelick. That's the thing too, is like I did come in here already and I kind of went through the pros and cons of like each element, why they kind of work together like this. So yeah. Yeah, so water beats fire, fire beats earth, and earth beats necro, and necro beats water. But it's not my game after all. No, you're good. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm open to like rethinking systems. Obviously, like I try and make sure that like if anybody's got any ideas, 100% definitely want to take them into consideration. The only thing here is that so you have to like then start thinking about it in reverse as well. So then it's like, okay, so then water against necro. You know, obviously, like, that's kind of how I already have it already. It's like water would be strong against necro. But then it would be necro against earth. Because you have, like, the strengths and weaknesses, right? Because water is strong against fire, fire is strong against earth, earth is strong against necro, necro is strong against water. But then if you reverse it for a weakness, then you start thinking, okay, so it's like water is strong against necro. Or, no, because then you're like, okay, well then water would be weak to necro, and it's like, okay, so like I guess necro would like poison the water, I suppose. Then it's like necro being weak to earth, and it's like, okay, like I'm trying to think of like how you would like justify like why necro would be weak to earth. So I'm like trying to think of in like reverse, right? Because there are the strengths where it's like, you know, the pyro will do extra damage to Geo. Should we just get rid of the weaknesses, though? Should we just get rid of those? Because as of right now, pyro does an extra 25% damage to Geo. and Geo is 25% less to Pyro. We could get rid of the whole weakness and just have strength. I'm about halfway through with the XP system, though. It's not bad. That is not bad at all. That's it. No more new systems. Well, except the one that chants my name whenever I hit 21. But that's it. No more. No more after that, except for that one. I think Necro poisons water. Water drowns rock. Rock smothers Pyro. Then Pyro cleanses Necro is the best order, in my opinion. Well, but that would be... That'd be the reverse of what we got going on right here. I think using fire, earth, and water in general, then adding a fourth part always makes it complicated. It's the reason all Pokemon starters are just those three, just because they always work on the other. That is true. That is very true. And honestly, like, that's usually like when people do introduce another element, they usually add at least two other elements. Because then it's usually, you know, Pyro beats Geo beats Hydro beats beats Pyro, right? It's just like a nice triangle going on right there. And then if they do need to add like another one, they'll usually add two, where it's like they kind of work off of each other. So you've got the three that are like all interact with each other, but they don't interact with the other two. And then those two, it's usually like a light and dark or something like that, will interact with each other, kind of a thing. So yeah, I mean, we could remove the whole weakness thing. So it's not necessarily that if you are using a, you know, Geo thing against a Hydro thing that it's going to do less, but it would only take into consideration if you're using a Hydro thing against a Geo thing, then it will do more. Maybe just do that. It might actually make things a little bit easier. Yeah, I think so. The only other problem, though, is that if we have this, because I'm trying to remember if we made this system because of another system. I think in here, card 1, 2, 3, 4. As if the monster is taking damage. Like if Necro was electricity, it would flow well through water, so it's strong, but poorly through ground. But electricity would make sense. Wouldn't make sense as it's medieval. True. Well, and I definitely need. So the reason why I've left Necro in here is because I definitely need Necro, because it kind of plays into later in the game. In my first RPG, I had 2 triads and a couple that worked on each other for elements, but it doesn't really fit with your theme. Fair. That is cool, though. I like that. So, yeah, maybe we just get rid of the whole... If the monster is a pyro monster using... Oh my goodness!
Welcome to Kaiken and your 8 amazing audience members.
Gotcha, thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic stream.
Thanks for the follow to Kaiken.
And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Well, welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. Yeah, how'd your stream go? How'd everything go for you? Would absolutely love to hear about it. If you got anything you want to share, would love to hear about it. Everybody, I'm going to give a shout out. Here we go, if I can get this typed out. There we go. Everybody, make sure, if you are not already, go and give, is it Tokai-chan? Is that what it is? I hope I'm saying it right. But everybody, make sure to go and give Tokai-chan a follow. Very much so. Appreciate the raid. Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Let's see. Zevi Viv says gradient. And Tokai-chan says gradient. I love it. Dustin says, to be frank, Thunder is in a lot of RPGs. That is true. Yeah. Thunder's not necessarily something that we couldn't include, like not, for like technical reasons or like futuristic reasons. but it's more of just like, I wanted to just stick with a base 4 elements, and I knew that I needed to have a necro element, which is why I'm kind of like, I do kind of need to have necro in here. So I was kind of like, you know, fire, earth, and water just kind of like seems to be like the most all-encompassing thing. You could technically say that, like, I don't know, maybe fire has lightning or something like that within it. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I kind of think what we're going to do is probably just remove the ability for, what was it going to be for? Remove the ability for if the monster is using an element that it goes against what their strength is, it's not going to do less damage, it just will do regular damage, but they will do extra damage if they are using an element that is an element that they are. I think we're going to go with that one. Xavier Viv says, yeah. And Tokai-chan says, yes, sir, we did. I was trying to start making games. I learned how to make gradients on Sprite. Hey, that is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Sprite is one that I definitely need to give it more of a shot to. I've heard a lot of really good things. Tokai-yu. Silly VTuber name. Okay, gotcha. Well, I like it though. I like it. Yeah. Speaking of VTubers, I have a couple VTuber redeems myself, so you know, I'm definitely not a VTuber, but I don't know, it's kind of fun to have still. It's just gradients in my head now. Hey, gradients are fun. Gradients are a good time. I think using fire, water, earth might have stunted creativity.
Thanks for the follow, Yuikin.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, look at that.
Just summoned Moonchan.
Good old Moonchan right here with the voice of God is the perfect combination. I love it. Let's see, Celix says, I think using fire, water, earth might have stunted creativity, but it's
too late. Too late to change it. That is true. It is a little late. A little late to change that. That's okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want to stunt it. But anyway. That was Moonchan. And then here's Sunchan, everybody. This is Sunchan.
And then we've got others coming up here pretty soon.
Benedict summoned Moodchan.
Oh, and then we're gonna have Moodchan and Eclipse. Oh my gosh. Axel has just brought out the entire roster.
Just summoned Eclipse.
It's gonna be great. Let's see, Jerry says, how about you change the name? Whoop. And then I'm gonna be a chicken, which is gonna be absolutely fantastic. How about you change the name to Complicated, add even more elements, and separate damage between physical, magical, and special damage, each with their own elements. When people complain, you say Complicated is the name of the game, and shrug it off. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea, actually, at all. Should we just make it absolutely mind-blowingly complicated? I think that's not too bad of an idea. Let's see, Toya-chan says, anyway, I must go to sleep. Please have fun, and I'll be taking notes of your peak gaming. I appreciate that. Thank you again so much for the raid. I do appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. If anybody that was a part of the raid, if you got a raid and run, no worries at all. Well, there we go. There's Eclipse-chan. I was waiting for Eclipse-chan. Yeah, no worries at all. I know that after a long stream, you got things to do. You got, food to eat, sleep to get, bathrooms to visit, so no worries at all. But I do appreciate it. And everybody, again, make sure to go and give a follow. And yeah, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And hopefully we'll see you in a future stream. Or maybe one of these days, if you are still streaming when I'm going down, then we'll be able to come and give you a raid. So thank you. OMG, VTuber. Perfect. Ooh, she's so cute. I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I can't really take credit because I did not draw the 4 VTubers that just showed. But the chicken, I can take credit for. I did make the chicken, so there is that. I don't know if you can say that the chicken is as quite as cute, but anyway, those are awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. A wonderful artist named Skoiled made them. Exactly, yeah. Skoiled was the absolutely fantastic artist from Japan who made those 4 VTubers, so absolutely adorable stuff right there. We can't take you seriously right now. Of course you can. Just wishlist your game. Now I sleep. I appreciate the wish with the wishlist. Thank you. W work. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And W work. Absolutely. Well, anyway, welcome. Glad to see y'all here. For anybody new here, my name is Moonwood Games. We are working on a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias. I'm not going to get super into it, but yeah, just know that it is a dungeon crawling roguelike RPG where the combat is based off of Blackjack, and yeah, just been working on it now for about a year and a half. And I'm hoping to get a playable demo up on Steam soon. So if you are interested in potentially playing it, make sure to go and wishlist, which I believe, if I do this, There we go. There it is. There it is. So if you liked Wishlist, would definitely appreciate it. But if not, that is totally fine. I just appreciate you being here. So thank you. Okay, so yeah, so I think we're going to adjust that so that we'll not do less damage if the monster is weak against the card that they are using. It is just going to do extra damage if they are using a card that they are strong with. Yes. Okay. So with that, let's copy that, and let's come over here to VS Code. And we're just going to say... So plus 0.25, and then this one is minus 0.25.
Jerry redeemed another name in the credits. Jerry.
Jerry. I see what you did there. Yeah, actually today marks half of the year gone by. We're racing GT. I know I gotta get the demo out before GTA 6 comes out. But that is true. That is true. We are halfway through the year now, which is wild to think. Absolutely wild. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, so we got the plus, but then we're gonna get rid of the minus 0.25.
Thanks for the follow, Zevi Viv.
Zevi, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so let's get rid of... Let's see, so we got, U to U. Yeah, let's get rid of U. Then we should be able to come over to here.
Thanks for the follow, Goblin Lamar.
I can barely get that name out. Goblin Lamar, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Where is the other 0.25? That's even weirder. I thought I would have had that in here. Huh. Well, all right. Interesting. So where does this eventually get off? Oh, it's because we don't need that no mo. Okay. So if that's the case... Well, that should be fine. Okay. So we just want it to be plus that. So I think we should be able to copy that and then paste that in there. We come down to this guy. Let's edit this here. Then U. So U to U. Get rid of those. And then over here... I swear it had it in two places, but I guess not. Okay, add that there. For the Hydro card, grab that. Plus 0.25. Get rid of that, that, and that. Last but not least, we've got the Necro card. Rid of all that. And you. Okay. Cool. That should now only do extra damage if the monster is using a card that they are strong with. Yeah. Let's see what happens. And if I recall, I dared you to add something. A little aquatic mammal. That is true. And it is still in there. It is still in the list of things that I need to do. If I come over here, if I scroll down, somewhere in here. Where is it? Add a seal to the game. Mini boss? I think it is going to be a mini boss. Maybe. Jeez, that's a lot to do. Yeah. Well, so this is specific to just getting the demo out, which it looks like we have now officially done 67 tasks to getting the demo out. We have now done 7 tasks in getting the demo out. Yeah, so this is everything that we still have to do, technically still, And it's probably going to slowly but surely get added to, because there's probably going to be other things that I'm like, oh yeah, we need to add that. But, yeah. The new funny number, exactly. I mean, some people find it funny. I find it funny in very specific circumstances. Like, my daughter has started saying it. She's 4. Okay, she doesn't really say it, but if someone else says 6-7, then she will point out that you said it. Like, she doesn't say it herself, but she will point out that you said it because her older cousins will say it. And so she recognizes the number now, but she has no idea what it means. And so because they made such a big deal out of it and she thought it was so funny when they were saying it, now anytime you say the number like 67, or if you say like, oh, I don't know, 6 or 7, then she'll be like, you said 6-7. And it's just like, okay, all right. Thanks, kid. Thanks for pointing that out. It's good times. Good times. Anyway, okay. So we should be good. Let's see. Okay, we got the Tusk Rat. Let's see if we can escape from combat. We're gonna... Okay, all right, never mind. We're gonna accidentally press right twice. All right, let's escape this guy. Rubble Golem. Okay, so that would have been, I guess, room 59. Okay, so room 59. Let's come down here. Long ways. Room 59. So the monster we're going to set to be a pyro monster. I just want to test to make sure that all of the damages are still correct. So this guy should do normal damage with everything except for pyro cards. He should be doing 2x, or he should be doing 1.25 damage, rounded up, should be 2. Let's see. Speaking of 6-7, we force some Randev to limit the amount of 6-7 we can redeem. I knew it was only a matter of time. As much as some Randev loves 6-7, I knew it was only a matter of time until they were like, okay, no more 6-7. We're limiting in this. No more, no more. Okay, let's just purposefully bust. That should be 1 and 1. That should be 1 and 1. All right. Okay, that should be 1 and 2. Pretty sure that was 1 and 2. Yeah, because that was 21 down to 20, and then 20 down to 18. Cool. All right, let's escape, and we're going to turn you into a Geo Golem. 59 monster, Geo Golem. Go. Okay, so this guy should do 2 damage. We're at 18. There we go. So that was doing 2 damage. Awesome, awesome. I should do 1 and 1. Cool. I want to make sure that the pyro is working as well. 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Come on, give me it. Okay, there's the pyro. 1 and 1. Cool. There we go. I spent a lot of channel points. Ah, that's good times. That's good times. Oh, some Randev's crying. I'm so sorry, some Randev. Jerry says, some Randev, what's-up? And some Randev says, I can fix it, just be actually implementing the 6-7 animation. I need to. That's fair. I mean, you can't do it without the animation. Good evening, sir. The ceiling! That's true. The ceiling is up. It is up, if you knew. If you knew, then you know. It is up. Okay, let's come over here. Let's give ourselves a little bit of healing, and then we're going to change this Geo Rubble Golem to a Hydro Rubble Golem. Look at that guy. Rubble Golem, Hydro right there. So everything should be 1 damage except for the Hydro cards. Let's purposefully bust. That should be 1 and 1. 1 and 2, so 23 down to 20. Awesome. Happy days. Okay. I know I probably don't need to test this guy, but I'm just going to test one more with the Necro Golem. So, come over here, change you to a Necro Golem. Let's just test it. That is a lot of Necro cards on the board right now. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just thinking of new battle mechanics. I know that I should not be, but I am. What if there's some mechanic for, depending on how many of a specific type of cards on the board, that's how much more... No. That'll be for Tomb of Vercilias too, alright? Not doing that for the first one. There's already too many things we have to do. Okay, so this should do 2 damage, and then whatever else is under there, that should do whatever it's going to do. Okay, so this should be 3 damage. Happy freaking days. All right, so all of that is working correctly. Now, let's see what we can do here. So what we should be able to do is this. If we, say for example, if we just simulate having the grave robbers, whatever it is, not vigor anymore, but whatever I called it, if we were to change the necro monster damage up to 5%, because I think that's what that is. I think it's 5%. If we come back, myself a little bit more health, 19. So now, this card should be doing 2 damage. And Hydro, so all cards should be doing 2 damage, and Necro card should be doing 3 damage. So let's see. We got 19 health, or 19 health. Beautiful days, beautiful days. That did 2 damage each. Let's see what happens if we get a Necro card. So we're at 15. Okay, we're gonna be down to 11. I might have to heal myself. Okay, all right, here's a good test. So this Necro card should do 3 damage, because it's already doing 1 plus 25% of 1. So that would be 1.25. Actually, that's probably still only going to do 2 damage. We're at 11. And 9, 8, 7. Okay, yes, that makes sense. But what if we up this to be like, I don't know, 75%? So these other cards should still only be doing 2 damage, because it's 1 damage plus 75% of 1 damage, so that's 1.75 damage. So still should be doing that. But I believe Necro cards should be doing 1 plus 1.25 plus 75% of the 1, which would be another. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I believe at that point, Necro cards should be doing that. Oh my goodness!
Moonman has been super chatted up by Brian Frankfurt. I would pay at least $10 for a Moonwood Games game.
Bryant, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Holy smokes! Everybody, if you're over on YouTube, make sure to go and give that super chat a like. I appreciate that. Bryant, you are too kind. You are absolutely too kind, and I'm glad that you would pay at least $10 for a Moonwood Games game. That is absolutely fantastic to hear. So thank you so much for that. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic week so far. I know it's Thursday, so we're kind of wrapping up, but yeah, I hope it's been a great week for you. Do you have any fun plans for the weekend? Any fun plans at all? Yeah, so let's test this out. Let's just kind of see what happens. So if we take a we'll just stand on an 8. Should be fine. We're at 25. This should still do 4 damage. So 2 and 2. There we go. 21. And then we will see what happens after this. We got 21. Do another 4 damage. Down to 17. Okay, come on. Get us a Necro card. Okay, another 2 and 2. Come on, just give me a Necro card. Well, for the monster, give me the monster a Necro card. All right. 9 health. All right, cool. Let's just give ourselves some more health, just in case. I don't want to die while I'm trying to test this one last thing. Player HP, let's set you up to 20. Take a hit. Go. Okay, another 4 damage, down to 16. Come on. Just give him a Necro card. Okay, another 2 damage, down to 12. Down to 8. Oh my gosh. Got 8 health. Down to 4. Come on. Give him a Necro card. I know you can do it, game. I know you can do it. Okay, we got 20. I guess that is possible. What would that actually be then? We're saying 1 plus 25% plus 75%. I guess that would technically be, yeah, I guess that is technically just 2. So, oops. If we instead say, what if we say instead of doing 75 damage, he's going to be doing an extra 76%. I think that should set it to a 3. I think that should still be a 2 and 3. I think. We'll see. 20. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So it did finally round up. Oh my gosh, I just got 2 blackjacks in a row. That's because the testing was successful, and the game is just so happy the testing was successful that it awarded me with 2 blackjacks. Happy day. Happy freaking day. Brian says, oh, I'm just keeping myself busy working on a mod for Dragon Ball Fighter Z right now. Hopefully I can break ground. That is awesome. Yeah, modding is a lot of fun. I am not good at it. I've tried a few times to mod some games, and I'm not good at it. Not good at all. I have made 1 successful mod in my life, and it was an extremely basic mod for 7 Days to Die. So, yeah, my modding chops are not very good, but that sounds like an absolute blast of a time. Well, I hope, fingers crossed, you'll be able to get it working. What, is there anything, like, are you able to describe the mod? I'm trying to figure out if I can get rollback netcode to work for party mode. Well, I understand the words you're saying. I'm not exactly sure what that would do, but I've got my fingers crossed for you, and I hope that it all works out. That sounds like it would be a good time. Sounds like it should be good. All right, so cool. Party mode is a 3v3 mode. Oh, gotcha. So, okay, that would be cool. That would be really cool if you could get that working. Well, yeah, fingers crossed. Jerry says, Mooney, real name, Long John Silver is an RPG maker and magician. I don't know about that, but I appreciate the confidence you have in me. It's really just janky JavaScript. Should that mean much? Should that mean my tagline, my handle, the janky JavaScript dev? The janky JavaScript jester. That will be my handle. The janky JavaScript jester. But they only have delay-based netcode. That's not fun. Finland says, I only made a Terraria mod to craft a crate at the extraction to speed up the process, but since other mods make the use time like 1 frame, I scrapped it. Gotcha. Well, I mean, the fact that you got it working, though, that is impressive. That is very impressive. I feel like anytime I've thought about modding things, I always have some, like, grand vision in my mind, and then I actually start trying to make a mod, and I'm like, oh, this is complicated. Very complicated. Okay, cool. I think that feels much better to where the strengths actually do more, but the weaknesses don't really do that much. So when the monster is attacking with a weak element, it won't actually do less damage. It just only does more damage when doing the thing. Yes. Now, that is specific to the monster doing damage to the player. What about the player doing damage to the monster? Remove cards from monsters. Attack monster hand. Okay, so do elemental damage. If the... Okay, yeah, so if card 1... I think that should all still be working. Pretty sure. I'm just gonna double check though. We're gonna do this guy. Oh my gosh. It is 11:43 p.m. where I'm at. And I just got an email letting me know that there is from my HR department where I work, that there is a new hire starting. Why are they submitting new hire requests at 11:43 at night? Go to bed, HR. Go to bed. Go get some sleep. Why are you up filling out these things? They should not be doing this. It's late. They should be asleep. There's always time tomorrow. Okay, so we just need to make sure that we're doing actual elemental damage that is being boosted for the other monsters. I just want to double check and make sure that is still working correctly. So we've got a glob here in this room, so I want to go back and make the glob a... Okay, I got a nat 1. That's cool. Let's just increase this so I do not ever fail. And then we're going to come back over here. I'm going to make this glob a elemental glob. So you are room 45 then. So let's come down here. Room 45. Here we go. The monster is now a pyro glob. Nope. I pressed the up key instead of the left key. Okay, here we go. You are now a pyro glob. You look very rubbery. I need to do something with the color palette. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because I love the color palette. I think I just need to use it better. Anywho, so the pyro glob is weak against necro cards. So it should just do extra necro damage. So it should be doing, I believe, 2 damage with that. And it should just be doing the 1 with this guy. Let's find out if I can actually hit this guy. So I need to get a way better hand, because 14 is not going to cut it. 18 might cut it though. So this should do 2, 4, 5 damage. If it's working the way that I think it should be working, let's see what happens. And if I can actually still get him. Nope, that did 3 damage. Okay. This might not be anything that I actually finished, though. Monster busts. Hand 1 damage. Here we go. So, doing elemental damage. Let's just bring this over to here and see what happens. All right. So, if the monster that is on the screen, the name includes... No. If the cards you are attacking with, the name includes card 1, which means it is a pyro card. Then we're saying set the monster's HP to equal monster's HP minus, and then if variable 664, which is the pyro damage modifier. So if the pyro damage modifier is greater than 0, then round up. Then we're doing 1061 plus 664 divided by 100. So say, for example, if we were doing 1 pyro damage, that would be 1 plus 664 divided by 100. That would be 1 plus 0.25, so 25%. Or I guess else, round down, and you are 1061 plus 664 divided by 100 times 64. What is 64? Blackjack. Right. Yeah. If we have blackjack, we definitely do win on 2 times. Okay. That's why, yeah, that's why these things are not working, because this does not seem correct. So if you are if you're a positive integer, then we're saying round up. Yes, you're literally just saying 1 plus, let's just say, yeah, like 25 divided by 100. Well, yeah, you should be 1.25. So, But I'm not really taking into consideration... I'm not really checking to see what the monster is, though, right? There's nowhere in here saying, oh, if the monster is a hydro monster or a necro monster, do this thing. It's just saying, if the card you've drawn is a pyro, geo, hydro, or necro card, then reduce the monster's HP by monster's HP minus... And then if you're a positive integer, round up 1061 plus 664 divided by 100, which would be 1.25, which should round up to 2. Else, math.floor 1061 plus 664 divided by 100, and then multiply all of that by 64, which is the blackjack. Let's see here. Just FYI, if you plan to have this released in multiple languages, I would write a comment in how these checks work to avoid Scunthorpe issues. What is Scunthorpe? Scunthorpe problem? Scunthorpe problem refers to accidental blocking or censorship of innocent words because they contain letters, sequences that match banned or obscene terms. First noted in 1996 when ALO blocked users from... Oh, Scunthorpe due to... Okay, I see now. I see now. Huh. Interesting. So wait. Plan to have this released in multiple languages. I would write a comment in how these checks work to avoid the Scunthorpe issue. Okay. I'm not quite sure what you mean, though. 'Cause I mean, like, it will be nice to be able to release it in multiple languages. I don't know how likely it's going to be. I do want to, though. It just would take a lot of... It would definitely be like a down-the-line kind of thing, because a lot of it is so hard-coded. Because, like, things like... Say, for example, well, I mean, like, the numbers on the dice, like, obviously, so it would have to be some kind of language that uses these kinds of numbers, right? But then even, say, for example, things like with, like, the logo and stuff like that, I would have to, like, update the whole image file. All of these actual images themselves as well, so, like, these perk cards, I would have to create whole new images based, like, to you know, change the actual spelling and stuff like that on these, so it would be excuse me, it would be nice to have multiple languages, and I do want to. I would just have to, once the game is fully released, get to the point where I could eventually do something like that. But basically just a note to anyone who will translate the game officially or not. Gotcha. Yeah. I will probably have to add something like that later, yeah. It's a good thought. It's a good thought. I definitely need to make sure that I'm taking that into consideration. Yeah, I love that term. My character can now level up. Hey, nice, Axel, nice. This coding biz is genuinely fun. I'm working on UI now. It is a lot of fun. It is a ton of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It is a lot of fun to do some coding. Sometimes you're just kind of like it, you know, you scratch your head in frustration, but most of the time, it is a good time. Okay. Oh, Def, it's frustrating. Yeah, it can get a little bit frustrating, but it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. As long as you're having fun, that's honestly what matters. So this is taken into consideration if the coding isn't the fun part. The fun part is getting it to work. Oh, gotcha. I mean, that is a fun part too. Yes, it is fun to actually see it all come together and work. Huh. Okay, so yeah, I definitely need to update this then. So I don't know why. This must have been like, I just kind of pasted this here and I hadn't finished it or something. Because there's no way this would have worked ever. Because all it's saying is just, if it is a pyro card, do more damage. But it's not taking into consideration, if you're a pyro card against a pyro monster, do more damage. So, I will need to do that. I'll definitely need to do that. I will definitely need to do that. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to end it here, though, because I don't know if my brain's going to be able to tackle redoing this structure one more time. It shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I probably just need to add an additional condition in here. Like, in my mind, the way I'm seeing this is I basically just need to say, if the card you are attacking with is a pyro card, and the monster you're attacking is a pyro monster, do the extra damage. And I would do that for Pyro, Geo, Hydro, and Necro, and then I would just add a last catch-all, which is basically, if you do not match any of these, then just do baseline damage. I'm pretty sure that's all I should need to do here. But yeah, it was a long day, and I think my brain is, I think it is, giving up the ghost, and I don't think I want to, start tackling a new JavaScript problem at midnight, unfortunately. But on the bright side, though, update elemental monster damage to do more or less based on a variable. So that one is technically working because the monster will do more or less damage based on those variables. So we should be able to have a monster's, damage increase and decrease based on a specific variable, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that is working. So yeah, we should be good there. Happy days. Happy days. So now it's just the player's elemental damage to the monster. I need to make sure that's actually working correctly. And then after that, we can start working on getting the monster and gemstone spawning in the tomb based off of variables so that we can adjust the spawn rates, or it could be perks that do that. It could be whatever we wanted to be able to adjust that spawn rate. I still need to kind of consider how I'm going to do that. Chances are probably what it's going to be is I'm going to have a set amount of gemstones and monsters that can spawn per floor. It's like, say for example, there can be 20 gemstones and 20 monsters, or maybe like baseline 10 gemstones, 10 monsters, or something like that. And then they will be affected based on different perks and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, well, I think I am going to call that there. So we'll probably work on that on the Sunday stream, unless, of course, I have some time. I probably won't, because it is going to be a little bit of a busy weekend, just because, it's, if you live in the United States, it is going to be 4th of July weekend this weekend. So on that note, everybody who may be celebrating, make sure to stay safe out there. Don't blow off any fingers. Don't go crazy. Don't go anything too wild. Just enjoy some good food, hopefully some good company, and yeah, should be a good time. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some sleep. Everyone else should also do the same. And yeah, I appreciate everybody for hanging out, for chatting. It's been an absolute blast of a time. And lock up your pets. True, and lock up your pets, because things get a little bit crazy. I'm hoping things won't be too crazy here in Utah, because we've basically had like a statewide firework ban. So probably shouldn't get too bad. Should not get too bad. Lock up your pets. Like my chickens? I gotta lock up those chickens. Those blasted chickens. Gotta lock them up. Anyway, everybody, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. I will see you all on the Sunday stream. And yeah, until then, good luck, take care, and I think that's about it. So yeah, goodbye.